Oh, yeah, hello, hello, hello. Morning, evening, afternoon, everyone. Hopefully you've all been well this Saturday. It is Saturday, right? No, it's Friday. Oh God. Yeah. Hopefully you've all been well this Friday. Yeah. We were delayed today. Well, wasn't even sure we were gonna even stream today, to be honest. But yeah, like I guess I was like stored at the A&E, right? And because I didn't really know how much time that was gonna take, I wasn't too sure if we were even gonna stream. But thankfully, some things changed, right? So, you know, we managed to stream, although although we are late, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That also means we'll probably won't finish the 3.3 story today. Sorry, not 3.3. 2.4 story today. Yeah, we are most likely not finishing that shit. No, God. It's gonna be more of me voicing. God. We go to midnight and early tomorrow. Okay, well, I don't know about going to midnight. We might go push to 11, maybe. And early tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's not early. Tomorrow's maybe it's probably like a usual time tomorrow, if anything. It's no, not early. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. Well, I guess, if anything of interest, freaking Arknights Enfield beta started, right? And I've been looking at gameplay for, the beta, right, since we didn't manage to get in. Again, what is like with my luck on betas? Never being able to get into any beta. Like, why? But, I mean, it's whatever, right? It doesn't really matter. But, yeah, I mean, the game looks fine. The game looks good, right? It seems like it's faster. The gameplay loop looks faster, right? Because before it was, let's say, more strategic in a sense, right? Because dodging, like the main difference that they made was dodging, right? Before you had to like deliberately, think about where you dodged, right? Because there was no like iframes or anything with dodging. You had to actually move yourself. But now it's like an iframe with a short like time slow, right? When you dodge, which in effect it makes the gameplay loop faster, which it's both a positive and a negative, right? Because A, it feels more smoother or flows smoother, but B, it also, the downside is that you can argue it removed some skill expression, right, by essentially buffing the dodge. But I mean, we'll see, right? We'll see when we play it in probably like a few months. But the game does look really good. The game does look really, really, really good. So that is a good thing. Although, the gacha for Enfield is another thing. Yeah, the gacha for Enfield is a different beast, if I say so myself, right? Because, what? You like the gacha? It is very similar to the Stellasaur, right? In the sense that it's 180. No, it's 80 pulls to get the 50-50. Then if you don't win the 50-50 there, you then do pull to 120. So you do another 40 extra pulls from the 80 to guarantee the character, right? Similar to how in Stellasaur, I think it's 140 or 130. I can't remember how much it is. Hold up, let me log in. Because I also need to quickly do Stellasaur dailies before it resets. Yeah, it's like around there. And then I think it's at 160 to guarantee to get your guarantee, right? If you lost your 50-50 at 80, then it's 160 to get it, but it's 120 to, get a guaranteed character. Alright. 160 in Stella. Okay, I see. Yeah, so it's very similar to Stellasaur. But I think one of the main differences is that 120, okay, 120 is guaranteed in Enfield, yeah. But I feel like one of the main differences is that, although they have, let's say, a similar gacha system, the 50-50, no, the SSR appearance rate, so I guess for Enfield, the 6-star appearance rate, is I think 0.8%, while in Celestar is at 3%, right? For a SSR. Which I feel like is quite significant, right? But I don't know, it all kind of depends on, like, with all of these games, right? Even if, let's say, like, it seems like you need to pull a lot for it to guarantee it, right? If the economy for the game is good, then it doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't really matter. Hold up. Yeah, wrong one. Where is my... Here, there we go. 25 minutes, wait, hold on, what the fuck is in 25 minutes? Oh, God. Yeah. And we need to see the weapon, right? Because weapon banner for Wenfield is different in the sense that you don't directly pull for it, right? For Wenfield. Because you get the pulls for weapons by doing like your normal character pulls, right? But I did see that it's 25.75, which is kind of insane. But I think it's after 60 pulls is you guarantee the weapon. I don't know. Never sending fuel. What do you mean never sending fuel? I always send fuel. I literally always like gift all and then acquire all. I always send fuel. No. Actually, no, that's a lie. I send fuel every other day. Sometimes I just forget. Yeah, that's yeah. Sometimes I just forget. Let's see. Let me click this quickly. Hold on. When does wait. When does this reset? I think it's this week, right? 19 hours. Okay, so it's tomorrow. Okay. Okay. And I already did this correct, right? Wait, what? This reset? Wait, when did this reset? I'm assuming it recently reset. It's probably like 4 days ago. Okay, that's fine. Because I already like got all the stars there before. Reroll might take long. Maybe. It might take us some time. Because I think it... Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how long reroll takes in Enfield. But either way, I mean, with me, like, I usually never reroll. I think the only time I've ever rerolled on gacha is on Uma. And I regret doing that because I spent 16 hours rerolling in Uma. Which was, yeah. Spending 16 hours to reroll in Uma was a kind of a pain. Especially considering, if you think about it of how quick it is actually to reroll a Uma, it's what? Like 3 minutes to reroll, to do the whole reroll for Uma? So it's not really long, right? But I still spent 16 hours. So it's, yeah. Yeah, hold up. Okay, this one I want to check. Salasora. No, that's not what I wanted to see. I'm kind of tempted to do the extra 30 pulls just to claim this, but it's not worth it, is it? Okay, 2 days this resets. Okay. What I wanted to check was it is 3% for SSR, right? Okay, 2%. It's 2% for SSR, but still, like, you know, that's still pretty much higher than 0.8. Okay, then that's done, I think. Yeah. Which game today? We're not pulling in anything. Are we? No, we're not pulling in anything. We have nothing to pull for in any game right now. Well, we have pulls, but you know, we're not interested in pulling anything that's up right now. But yeah, I mean, like, Enfield looks good, right? So we're probably gonna play it once it comes out. We should be around March time, give or take, right? If the Apple thing, if the Apple Note was, is accurate, it should be around March when we, get our hands on it. So, we have some time until then. Let's see. Apart from that, was there any other thing that was announced? All right, apparently the Tower Fantasy, the warp server for Tower Fantasy, basically the one where is non-gacha. Apparently, it's not as smooth, from what I've heard. But I mean, it's like TOF, right? For me, I tried TOF for a bit, like back when it released, but yeah, I was good. Okay, and I guess this is the other thing. Why the hell, like on God, why the hell is this for the first banner on War for 3.0? Why the hell is it A, Linnae for first half, and B, Mornay for second half of 3.0 for War? Why the fuck did they do this? I don't understand. Are they trying to not to make money in any of the other patches? Like, what the hell is wrong with them? Shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna freaking ask Grog anything. I don't care. Shut the hell. Because every character speak. No, not every character speak. You're not gonna tell me that. You, Naturalize, who's a male hater, are you gonna tell me that Luke Harrison? Was it Harrison? Yeah, Luke Harrison is peak? You're not gonna tell me he's peak when you're a male hater now, are you? No. Because this is annoying because this is literally the better adventuring. I don't know. He has the goofy like helixes and like around him. That's like a minus point, right? And if anything, I'm expecting him to be a healer, essentially kind of like Brandt, who's also a healer, but he's more like a sub DPS. But yeah, like why the hell are these two? I thought like maybe how being like 3.2 or something, right? Or maybe even 3.1. But now I have to decide between Linnae and Mornay. I mean, sorry, Mornay, but I just like Linnae more, right? But God, why? I mean, if anything, that just means that I probably won't pull for anything after 3.0, right? Because if these are the two characters for 3.0, yeah. Oh, wait, I just realized. It's probably because 3.4 or 3.5 is probably going to be the not Enfield, it's going to be the Cyberpunk collab, right? Yeah, because the Cyberpunk collab should be around March or May, right, in that time period. I mean, I guess that means I can, say for Rebecca and Lucy. Because I do not wait, fuck, what was his name again? The MC from Cyberpunk. I can't remember his name now. I want to say it's Ricardo, but it's not Ricardo, is it? But like for some reason I feel like they're not gonna be playable. Knowing Wu's track record. HSR might be delayed. Would it? Oh, yeah. I can see that, right? Because of the China-Japan rising tensions, right? And if because of those geopolitical issues, I did see like a post that they were gonna have to, let's say, rework a bit of the 4.x story, right? Because of that, right? Because technically, we were gonna go to Japan, space Japan. But because, of the things that the new Japanese Prime Minister said about Taiwan, the relationships between them got strained again. So I did see like, there'll be some changes. So I guess it's not too surprising if 3.x is delayed a bit, because yeah, we love geopolitical issues, affecting our gacha games, right, chats? Oh boy, who doesn't love some geopolitical issues? But yeah, well, yeah, Morne is, second half of war. Is because we see the stars like humanity imagines what lies beyond the sky. Morne is a space track collective researcher and professor at Star Wars Academy. Smart as a whip, but not very talkative. She is unwavering in the pursuit of her dream to surpass the limits of space, time, and see the world beyond all its splendid beauty. I mean, yeah, I do like her, but Lene is, yeah, it's just Lene. I don't know. Like I said, like I'm a sucker for the Gyaru aesthetic, so yeah. Peakfield is Unity too. Yeah. So I didn't know that Enfield was for Unity, which is like, it's pretty good, right? Considering of how good Unity it looks, right? You'd kind of expect it maybe to be, like UE4, UE5, but it being Unity means that it will probably run pretty stable, right? Because, yeah. So it can look good. Some devs are just money-hungry, lazy pigs. I wonder what devs you're talking about. But you do know there's also a difference in art direction, right? Because by that sense, you would say that something like Undertale, which looks so pixelated, like why does Undertale or look so bad when considering how much the devs from Undertale made? True, yeah. How much of this shit do I have to farm? I think I have to farm like 3? Hold up. 2D games shouldn't exist. Okay, I don't know about that. Also the same with I guess Pokemon, right? And RuneScape, right? Because yeah, RuneScape, I'm not gonna really, take too many shots at RuneScape because RuneScape was enjoyable when I played it, right? And God, when the fuck did I play RuneScape? RuneScape I played RuneScape back in 06 or maybe 05, I think. RuneScape release date 01. Yeah, I think it was maybe like 05 is maybe when I played RuneScape. So did I really play RuneScape when I was 9? It's actually very possible. Because it was a freaking browser game back then. It was either 9 or 10 is like when I played RuneScape. So it was like 05 or 06. And it was a good game. Like RuneScape was a good game because I do remember like logging in, like seeing so many like different people online, and just minding my own business, grinding my stats, right? And then seeing that, oh, to get into this area you have to get a membership, which was I think I did get the membership for like 1 month to try it out, but then I got distracted by something. I can't remember what I got distracted by, and then I just stopped playing RuneScape. What do you mean, huh? You telling me you never played something like an MMO or multiplayer game back when you were young? God. Because I think because technically, I think I played God of War 1, like the original God of War, right? The PS2 one. The one that's insanely graphic. Back when I was... when did that shit come out? I can't remember. But I know it was like, well, I was like 11 or something. And that game was like rated 18 plus. Oh yeah. Which was your favorite Arknight character? Arknight's character? Ooh, wait, hold up. Arknight's character. Wait, oh no, I'd have to reinstall Arknight on my freaking PC. When hold up. Arknight. I did like a few when I played. We got a every fella for free. Yeah, I saw that we going to have for free. I mean, I did like Ash, but she was from the Ash was from the Rainbow Six collab, right? Char was kind of funny, yeah, because I remember like pulling for Ash, even though I've never played Rainbow Six, but I remember pulling for Ash because, like, yeah, I did like the design they gave her, right? Blaze, Blemishine was Ash. No, I like Blemishine, but not. She wasn't like my favorite for original Arknights. Dusk was fine. Not, Zixu, no, Zixu was always fun to play, but no. Gavio, no, it's not. No, some of these obviously from after I stopped playing, right? It's gonna take 2 hours. No. It's not gonna take 2 hours. God, I remember using Hoshiguma for like a long time, just because, you know, good defender. I think she was a good defender. Well, she felt like a good defender for me. Oh no, what's it? Oh no, what Mastima? I did like using Mastima. No. It wasn't Mastima. Mastima was good to play, and I did like Mastima, but there was a different mage character that I liked. Oh my god, what was her name? Oh wait, hold up. I know if I see her. I said no. You know, she was like, she was a caster. Where is she? No. Cause I remember her. She has like a giant. Wait, am I thinking of? No, she does like a giant meteor, right? If I remember. Then it wasn't that impressive. Do you know how long it's been since I've actually looked at Arknights, like proper? Because if I recall, Mastima, when you use her active skill, when you E2 her, it's kind of like an AoE stun that, you know, does like multiple beats, if that makes sense. But it wasn't her. Who was the other caster character? No, I did like using Saga, mainly because they execute, but it wasn't really useful too many times. But I did like using Saga. Siege. Oh, I did like Siege's her freaking ascended art. I did like Siege because I think Siege was the first character which I managed to get to E2, which was, I think that was like ascended, right? Since okay, the one thing I kind of hated about Agnes was that it sometimes, well, I think in the early points, it took like ages to farm some stuff, especially to you know, ascend them to get the second ascension, so you can get like the full arts. Silvervash, okay, I did always like Silvervash's, design, right? Silvervash was always good. Scotty was fine. Sailor Serta, I mean, everyone likes Serta. Texas, where is she? Oh my god. Am I blind? No, she's a caster. She's a caster. Hold up. I know she's a caster. She's like one of the early casters. We are borderline becoming fair with Enfield and TZ at this point. I mean, as long as you don't go like full furry, like full snouts, I feel like it's probably not the worst. Okay, this is 2023. Okay, this is... Hold up. Operators... Okay, okay, hold up. Here's like a better list. Here is a better list for operators. Sort by release date. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Oh god, like the 3 stars. I mean, the 3 stars were good though. Like I don't. I mean, the 3 stars in Arknights were. I mean, are still good, right? It's not even were. They are still good, right? Because wait. Silence is the one that had the medical board, right? That you could place basically a drone healer, right? With silence. I did like. I mean, I did like silence utility, right? Who is it that I'm thinking of? Is it No, it's not Angelina. What I'm thinking of is not Angelina. Who I'm thinking of? Oh my god, who is it? Swine was Melta. Like, who didn't use Melta because her freaking SP gen was stupid. Mustima. Where is she? I know if I see her, I will recognize her. Am I actually gonna have to re-download my freaking Arknights just so I can see which character I'm thinking of? Oh my god! Hold up. I think I've had to get Arknights. I have to download the Google Play thing, right? Yeah, I think I have to download the Google Play shit. Oh, why could I know? Oh my god, I know who I'm thinking of, but I can't put the name to character here. No, this is like way too new. Yeah, this is like way too new. Like, she was like released way before. She's like an older character. Because when I started playing Arknights, I think was on the release of. Oh, when I played Arknights, I think it was at the release of. It was like before Ash was released. I know that. I think it was. Was it Blemishine released when I started playing? I think it was actually. Yeah, I think it was like Blemishine releases when I started playing Arknights. Actually, I think it was. Yeah, no, why can't I put the character? Oh my god, I'm such a fraud. I can't actually find the character who I'm thinking of. I'm actually a fraud if I can't find it. Was it actually... Okay, okay, now I need to download my... Hold up. Hold up. How does she look? If I remember, she had like... Is it Skyfire? Hold up. No, it's not Skyfire. Wait. No, it's not Skyfire. Was it actually a 5? No. I swear she was a 6-star. Who I'm thinking of. Wait, hold up. I need to look at the E2 arts. Isn't it not? No. Hold up. Google Play. Arknight. Download. P2. Ah, god, I'm not gonna fucking install this on Windows again. But that was fine. Cooked? No. Wait, how big is that? It should be fine. Like downloading Arknights. It should only be... I don't think Arknights is that big if I remember right. I think it actually might be Skyfire who I'm thinking of. Wait, hold up. Oh no, I think it is Skyfire who I'm thinking of. Cause is it Skyfire? I saw it wasn't this art. Wait, was it this art? Cause this does look like the skill that I'm thinking of. The Fire of Heaven. Was it actually Skyfire? Actually it might be Skyfire who I'm thinking of. Is it? I think it is actually Skyfire. Because I do remember very much remember this icon. Hold on, let me look at module. You know, I think it actually is Skyfire. Yeah. She did the Me Too. Yeah. I think it actually might be Skyfire. Hold up, let me actually. Oh my god, okay. Google Play Store. Oh my god, I have to sign in with Google. One sec, shots. Looks good, whatever. Finish. Organize. Show ad. PC client soup. Wasn't CN meant to get a PC client for Arknights? Aren't they getting a PC client for Arknights if I remember? I guess what this download lets me do my. Hold on, let me do the scratch card because oh god, we're gonna continue the story, aren't we? And oh my god, we are. I'm gonna have to voice more characters because it is very inconsistent when some characters are voiced and not, which is annoying. Let's see. I think it was Marionette, right? For Lycan, yeah. It is like 3 times. They announced it with no date soon. Yeah. Because I think a client would really be nice for Arknights, right? But I don't know why the hell it's taking them this long to even consider a PC client, right? For Arknights. That's what I don't understand. Why now? Or why not, you know, not even 3 years ago, like 4 years ago, right? Because it's not like people never asked for a PC client. This isn't gonna hit, is it? Because they're already in the middle. God damn it. Huh? Wait. Why didn't they do the whole thing? Oh. What the hell? Okay. Interesting. Sure. Okay, I'm just being bad today. I see. They don't have PCs in Japan. But Arknights is not even a Japanese game. I'm pretty sure Arknights is Tencent, right? Since it's Yosta. No, Yosta is South Korea. Yeah, I think I'm wrong here. Hold up. Organized developer. No, Yosta is the publisher. Hypergraph is China. Yeah, Hypergraph is China. Yosta is just the publisher for Arknights, yeah. And they're telling me that China doesn't have any PCs. No, don't give me notifications. Okay. Oh god, hold up, let me freaking mute this because this game is loud at the start. Please download resources, 8 gigabytes. Sure. I don't need to earn. Actually, why am I don't even need to download the voice packs. Wait, hold up, let me freaking mute this game. Why is it so loud? Organize. Oh god, do I even remember what my account details for this? Because I think this is with a Yosta account. It's gonna play something while making shoes. I mean, yeah, I suppose. Hold up. This is advocating child labor. They gotta get busy somehow. That does not sound good. What was I saying? Oh god. No. Even if I read down Arknights, I'm not gonna get back into it. I think. No, the fuck's sake. Okay, no, cancel. But we don't have any sacks now. Yay! I don't. Too much damage, I think. The 30-minute abyss. 30-minute abyss. I think I'm being sued here. Yeah, probably. Oh, fuck you. Oh, well, you know what? Just freaking stop. Thank you. You should kill. It doesn't kill. It's already 5 gigs out of 9. Okay, it shouldn't take too long actually to download this. Yeah, but this is gonna be Yoast account. This might take a while. Because I think. Oh wait, no, now I remember. Like I think it was earlier this year that I re-downloaded Arknights because I wanted to check something. I don't remember what, but I lost my Arknights account because there was a didn't they freaking not change servers, but like you had to link your account to a Yoast account if I remember right. And I remember like I didn't do that. So I had to freaking message support to try and find it. I think I did manage to get it. No, I'm pretty sure I did. But you're gonna see my freaking old organized account. I mean, it's not like it's even that impressive if I'm being honest. Because I did like play Organized for, I think like, I played Organized very on and off when I did play it. And I think it was for like 30 minutes? No, not 30 minutes, what I'm saying. Like half a year or maybe a year. Oh, hello Melina. How are you? I hope you're well. Yeah, I think it was 3 years. Oh wait, I think the 3 is enough, right? Or do I need 4? No, I think 3 is enough for Timat Lycan. Let's see. Fine, what about you? I'm pretty good. I'm just unfortunately leveling up Lycan and building Lycan. Okay, I'm missing one. Because Lycan is very, let's say, good for Yidhari. So here we are, actually leveling Lycan up. Because I mean, I also kind of like, let's say, yeah, Yidhari, yeah, with, like, I would use Dylan, and I don't even think Dylan's good with Yidhari. She's actually probably fine, right? But I'm pretty sure Lycan's probably better than Dylan or Yidhari. You tell me she's Rapture, it must be good. Yeah. Bruh. I fucked the timing again. Yay. Okay, I think I'm doing too much damage, right? That's why the time is getting messed up. Oh my god, and I don't have any charge. Okay. Okay. What's your usual streaming time? Well, usual streaming time should be around 6:30 p.m. GMT. So technically around 2 hours ago. But today I was a bit late because I had some things to deal with. Is this with my Organized accounts? Hold up. Right, everything. Accept. I don't. Is this my Organized account? Hold up. It says welcome. Oh, it is my Organized account. Okay, hold up. Oh my god. Holy. So you want to be a streamer? I suppose. I mean, technically, I am since I've been streaming for a year. I think. Yeah, I think it's a year now. But I mean, if it happens, like I've always said, like if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, c'est la vie. AK. Specific window. Wait, hold up. Encryption. Specific window. Arknights. This one, right? Oh, yeah, here it is. Ah, my lords. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Fine. Do I even wait? Hold up. What is this music? I don't even have a pool. Wait, isn't it? It's 600, right? Because it's 6K. Oh, what account was I even? Of 69. Hold up. Because I got siege, so it's why did I hold up? Okay, I hate it. Oh no, I did right. Yeah, I think sometimes I went for the EC just because of the arts. Because the Mastimo, like the art was already pre-concerned. There's no need to be pre-concerned. Wait, hold up, I think the organized might be too loud. Actually, hold up. Yeah. Was it? Wait, hold up. I swear I did I not? One sec. Hold up. Where is she? No, yeah, it was Skyfire, but I never leveled her up, did I? Yeah, it was Sky. Yeah, definitely was Skyfire. Yeah, like, I didn't E2 her apparently, but no, yeah, I was like definitely right about E2ing Siege. I mean. Like I would also say, I wasn't really sure what I was doing with my Arknights account when I played it, because I like pulled on so many different things to just look good. Alright, I also did get her. Oh yeah, because she came out this year, didn't she? Like earlier in around March or something. Yeah. That's why we downloaded Arknights, just to pull her. I'm not sure why. Oh, so why don't you decorate your account to check people you know? Lazy. Lazy, that's why. And I forget. God, no, I'm not gonna go back to Arknights. No. Why would I go back to Arknights when Enfield is coming? No. Oh god, look at all of these level ones that I never bothered to upgrade. Yeah, I mean, if any game I can be a tourist, it's Arknights. This is the one game where I don't mind being called a tourist, because I log in like once every 2 years to do like a random temple or some shit. Yeah. Yeah, like once every 2 years or something like that. Oh wait, hold up. Hold up, do we have anything? No, we don't have any pools. God damn it, I feel like maybe we could I wouldn't even want to pull him, never mind. Oh, Linus. No. We have no pools here. Wait, what are we doing here? You don't mind quitting this game for 9 years. Shut the hell up, Brad. I got busy. Wait, was it 9 years? No, it hasn't been 9 years. Wait, when did Arknights come out? Hold up. Arknights release dates. That was 2019. Oh, that's why. Okay, I know why I stopped with Arc Knights. Oh, I was so inconsistent with Arc Knights. Yeah, it's because of Impact Third, if I'm gonna be honest. Anniversary Tourist. Actually, I'm a kinda maybe. It's like the Bar Anniversary Tourist. Arc Knights. Oh my lord. Well, I've met all the UV show profile partners if you want to. I am good, Melina. I am good. For now, yeah, I'm very good. I'm not looking to commission anything. Oh, jeez. No. We just, if we want our fuel of Arknights, we just went for. We just went words. We just wait for one field. When one field comes out, then I won't have like any temptation to go back to Arknights. Tourist Genshin. What do you mean tourist Genshin? No. I am not a tourist in Genshin. My maps in Genshin say otherwise. Don't look at Vale, Chenwei. Just don't look at the latest Liyue map. That's the only place that is bad. And I guess Not Cry. But Not Cry shall be done. Oh god, I have to do it by. Oh god, I think I have to do the Not Cry exploration by Tuesday, I think. Or is it Monday? Start now. What? Start what? You want me to play Genshin? Wow, Naturalist, when the hell did you like watching Genshin? Start touristing. Oh. No. We are not a tourist. We shan't be a tourist. Because if we are a tourist, then we are forced to uh, buy pools. And no. At most in gacha games, we shall buy a welcome. With the exception in Genshin, where we don't buy anything. Because we've been free to play in Genshin for 5 years, and I'd rather not break that. Because it would feel like it'd be a waste if I break that free to play for Genshin. For the other games, like Wuwa, Impact Third, ZZZ, HSR, sure. But Genshin, no. No. And Wenfield, I'm not sure about Wenfield. It will go like full free to play, or we'll do like the free to play plus experience for Wenfield. I don't know. Because who's the first banner for Wenfield? It's Leviathan, right? Leviathan, if I remember. We'll see. We'll see. Pre-buying BP. No. How are we pre-buying BP for a game that's not out? What am I playing in China? I mean, I don't think. Wait, China can't even buy the BP. Okay. Before we get even more like sideline or sidetracked or distracted or whatever. Temple, you know you're here. Fuck you. I mean, it's just bamboo pools. Weak concern. Exactly, weak concern. This is just the bamboo pools. Brick. I think Brick's meant to be good for with dial-in, right? Oh wow, so many freaking purples. Oh yeah, I mean yeah. I also do like its design, right? It's basically like a security camera. Or a scanner, right? Don't have second character for him. Oh, I mean abilities. Yeah, I think it's to increase stun, right? Oh, you don't need a second character for him, by the way. I think if you get 2 copies of him, it reduces the necessary Krampus characters to 1. Similar to the Bellion one. Look at that, he is. Yeah, similar to Bellion, because if you get Bellion... Bamboos have cinemas. Yeah, Bamboos have cinemas. Well, they kind of have similar cinemas in a way. Where is it? 6th Street. Because if you come here, right? Where is he? Where is it? Where's this creature? I literally just got them. Yeah. Because if you do this, right, this is the dupes, right? And if you dupe it, you know, it gets like increased multipliers. And this says that's a 2, right? The Krampus character is required. But if you get similar to Bellion, right? Because I've got Bellion at 1 copy. Wait, is it Bellion? No, it's not Bellion. It's you? Who is it? Hold up. Oh yeah. I've got Miss Esme, right? Well, I got Miss Esme to when you get. Is it 1 or 2 copies? Hold up. Yeah. When you get a second, like basically 2 extra Esmes or 2 extra Bereks, it reduces the required characters from 2 to 1, right? So you only need to run 1 Spook Shack character. And I guess for the Brickback one, you would only need to run 1 Krampus character to get the active, the special active. You just, you know, have to, you know, put more pulls into the Bangbu, which is fine, right? Because these are all free pulls, right? Which you get over time. So it's like, if you want, you can get it, right? And these are always guaranteed, right? So I don't feel like it's that bad getting like a dupe of a Bangbu character or a dupe of a Bangbu, right? Because what is the rates for Bangbus again? Yeah, 1%. Yeah, it's not that bad for Bangbus. Okay, let's see, because we pulled that creature. So, so. Oh boy. Let me drink some water before we start this, and I ruin my throat. Let's see. You hope organized Anfield battle system is fun. I probably should have seen that. Okay, need to remember to keep an eye out on the other chat too. Every third sentence, I finally know what's going on. Every third sentence, no. Hold up. Okay. Hopefully it's not as bad, because I will say when we were in the mines, like for a good like time, it was voiced, but then it became stopping voice. So but yeah, we'll continue the 2.4 story. 2.4, 2.4, yeah. And the 2.4 story is actually not as long as from what I've seen, 2.4 is actually not that long. It's only around 4 hours long. And yes, you know, some people might find that 4 hours is long, but it's not really that long. Especially for like a finisher, right? But, yeah, so what happened yesterday? Yesterday in the story. I guess everyone's out, right? With, you know, Yishuan, Pan Yinhu, Jupufu, they're all out, right? Because, you know, they're still out after, yeah, they're still out because you know how they were also out in 2.3, right? Since they went into the city, right, for something. And, you know, we still, you know, looking for Ye Xin Yuan, right? The traitor, the second disciple, right? And, you know, while we're chilling, Ye Shangguang appears again, right? So, and she's basically to Ibn Temple because, you know, she kind of sneaked out of Yankui summits. And she also came to Suibun Temple because she, heard that, no one's here, right? And she's essentially acting as a quote unquote acting master of Yankee Summit, right? Well, that's what she's telling everyone else. But, we know that, she's sneaking out. But, she's essentially, let's say, getting some real, sort of like real world experience, right? Because she's always been in seclusion. Because, the Qingming sword and, good stuff. So while this is happening, we learn a bit more about Ye Shengguang. We learned that in the past, she was under the wing of Banyue. That Banyue in the past, helped her, and he helped her and her brother, right, while they were younger, and they were trained under him for a bit, and then they went to Yishuan riots. So yeah, I guess we get to learn more about her, and we know that the stuff with Yeshin Yuan and Sarah, right? Because from the stuff we saw in 2.3, but we are very much not telling her, which I kind of get, right? Because we're not telling her, right, in the sense that we won't worry her. But it's also kind of stupid in the sense, right? Because we should probably tell, right? Since we see like things are kind of sus. Does she wear the Yishuan cursed sword? Yeah, she has the Yishuan's. She has the cursed sword. That's why. That's the reason why Yishuan always puts Ye Shengguang in seclusion training to prevent her from using the sword, right? So, we're, getting to know her a bit more. She's also getting to know us and Wise, and also Berry. And, while we're doing this, we end up meeting, well, we not end up meeting up, but someone comes to the temple, right? And we learn that the person who came to the temple is a miner. And they tell us that there was an accident. And, that some people were trapped, that so that we heard that Banyu's disciple went to go help, but that they still need some help, to rescue the people, right? So we decide that this is probably gonna be somewhat of, let's say, like a safe thing, right? So we decide, okay, we're gonna help, and we try to get in contact with Banyue, but we don't get any, we contact in contact with him, but we Barry knows that Banyue is, in the Lemonian Hollow, right? So he is essentially close by. So he's decided, okay, we'll go and help out at the mining. So we go to the mining area and we notice that flowers are starting to bloom in this area, meaning that the miasma concentration shouldn't be too high, right? Because when miasma is like way too high, life really can't, let's say, flourish. But considering there's like flowers here, like big ass flowers, maybe it is flourishing, right? So this place seems to be stabilizing. So we go in, right, and try and see rescue people. Then we see some goons going after someone. Wait, no, not goons. Some ethereals going, about to kill someone. But then here on hold, new a good old new stunner appears, and Dylan makes an entrance, right? And yeah, so she makes an entrance, ends up, saving the guy. But the reason why she's saving this guy is because apparently he made gave a bad review, so she wants him to leave a good review. Right, but essentially, Dylan is here, right? So we go, oh, hey, Dylan. And, we essentially gotta help for the time being, right? To, rescue the other miners, right? So that is exactly what we do. We, we find more miners, but then we learn that Banyu's disciple got stuck is stuck, right? So we need to like rescue him. So we have to go all the way around to go rescue him, and with Dylan's help, we beat other ethereals as they pop up. We get rid of the rubble by using some explosives, and we get to Banyu's disciple and manage to rescue him. Now, while we were doing this on stream, I fought it, but I did kind of feel like the introduction of Banyu's disciple was kind of weird, because we knew that, you know, we heard that Banyu, let's say, like, was also, you know, a martial arts practitioner and teacher, so, you know, we can assume that he had disciples, but it did feel that he seemed like, I don't know, something about him seemed a bit fishy, right? But I couldn't really, I never said it right on stream, right? It was in my head, but I never said it. I should have, right? But yeah, like, something about him seems like, it's odd, right? It's like he feels like he's putting up an act, but at the same time, he doesn't already know the end. No. I didn't know the ending. It was just something that I had in my head, but never said it. But I probably should have, right? Because then now it kind of sounds like I'm making an excuse. But yeah. So we rescued him. So now with Banyu's disciple, we, you know, trying to get out. But more ethereals come along, and as Dylan is fighting, it seems like she hears a voice. She hears a voice, right, saying that, I don't know, it's like something about death, right? So she's almost about to get, you know, hit by one of the ethereals, but then good old Banyu shows up and, you know, basically crushes the ethereals with his bare hands. Playable villain? I don't know. So yeah, we get to try out Banyu, and okay, so Banyu did feel pretty good to play. There was only the annoying thing is that the enemies had way too low HP, so I couldn't try him out too much before I killed the enemies yesterday when I was playing Banyu. But yeah, he felt actually pretty good to play. And so with Banyu's assistance, you know, we managed to you know, escape. Like, he reprimands his disciple. His disciples, you know, his punishment is to do like 300 you know, slashes in the next day, and by slashes I mean he's, you know, gonna hit the dummy, not he's gonna get slashed. So yeah, but I guess what we ended up learning when we went to, you know, the mining area, and what, you know, what the reason was for everything was that the Exalters are, you know, in action when we thought that, you know, the Exalters, you know, fell apart after Isolde's defeat. And what we learned is that Sarah is, you know, up to something, right? That apparently the reason why she, you know, had Exalters search the mining area, the mines, was because she was looking for an array, right? That apparently she wants to summon the creator, right? So, which essentially means that the Exalters are still, you know, active, right? And once we learn this, you know, we kind of get like Banyu's assistance, and, you know, basically we're going to work again with Banyu to, you know, finish up the Exalters, right? Because, you know, obviously they're not done. And so this happens, and, you know, we choose to, you know, part ways, right? Because, you know, it's late now. And so everyone leaves, but well, after everyone leaves, Dylan comes back to the same area, right? And we end up seeing that Zhao is also in this area, right? That she's been observing. We saw like a silhouette of Zhao earlier. I guess if you don't know who Zhao is the Labubu, the Labubu that we saw last chapter, the character who, you know, is released next week, or not next week, but next patch. And, you know, basically Zhao and Dai Ling seem to, let's say, be working together, right? In the sense that they have a boss, so I guess the boss of Krampus, and they're trying to achieve something, and that's, you know, what they're doing here, right? And yeah, I think if I remember correctly, Zhao calls Dylan the judge of Krampus, and Dylan calls Zhao by her nickname, which apparently is the man-eating rabbit. Which kind of makes me think that maybe Zhao is the executioner of Krampus, right? Or something like that, because the man-eating rabbit is a heck of a title. But yeah, that's essentially what's happening with Dylan and Zhao. So the tops are obviously up to something too, right? But we also learned that, you know how I said that while Dylan was fighting, she heard like voices? We learned that Dylan actually has a special ability. That she's able to hear basically the voices of the dead, right? In an area that has like had a lot of dead people. That's why, she heard the voices, right? She heard the voices of the dead miners. And this relates to back to the thing that I was talking about, how it seemed like Dyling was searching for Banyo, right? Because what we learn is that Banyo was part of the Purge unit, I think Unit 0, and he was created to, destroy and annihilate all miasma, right? However, apparently in, I think, one of his first missions, it seemed that he kind of went AWOL or haywire or something along those lines. And it is very much insinuated that he killed a lot of people. Like, a lot of people, regardless of, I think, it might be regardless whether they were corrupted or not, right? And that seems to be the reason why Dylan is, let's say, has been looking for Banyo, or specifically Purge Unit 0. So yeah, that's like happening at the same time. Or rather, that got expanded on a bit more. And I guess when Banyo showed up, it was, the cat was out of the bag and about the cat was out of the bag about, Ye Shengguang having the Qingming sword. But apparently, Yi Xuan had, let's say, researched the sword and managed to make a sheath for the sword, right? And place a seal on the sheath, which would enable Ye Shengguang to an extent, be able to use the sword without suffering the negative side effects. But, she overdoes it with the sword, she'll, suffer the side effects. Or release the sword, or release the seal. So that's what happened there. Now, now chat. The reason why, let's say, I was like, somewhat focused on Banyo's disciple was because before, we finish, did we see White yet? No, not yet. We're probably going to see her at the end, right? Now, the reason why I brought up Banyo's disciple, talked about him to an extent, is because before Banyo and left us after we returned, we were gonna, let's say, with the captured Exalted members that we got in the mines, we were gonna take him to Obosco to get questioned, right? But Banyo's disciple said that that he would take the Exalted member to Obosco, right? So that we can do other stuff, right? And we all went, okay, sure, right? Because he's, it seemed like he was being responsible, right? But instead, we see that the Banyo's disciple, I think his name was Herding or something, right? He let the Exalted member go and started talking to the Exalted member. And what it seems is that the Banyo's disciple, he is part of the Exalted, or is a part of a faction that's similar to the Exalted, right? Because he talks about how he sees that Sarah's a fool, right? Of how Sarah's like so obsessed with the creator and they don't see like the bigger picture, and that his master is like the one who sees like the bigger picture, which then brings credence to my idea that is that maybe with Maverick's death, the Exalters aren't actually gone, right? That maybe I was right in the sense that, you know, the exalters under I sold were actually just like a small faction of the all of the exalters, right? Because I mean, I'd always continuously mention that it was kind of weird that it stated that just because we beat I sold all of the exalters were gone, right? Because that felt off. And, you know, with the sussiness of Banua's disciple, it seems to be that I may have been correct about that. But yeah. So we saw that scene, and then, you know, we came back to the temple, and that's where we left off yesterday. And we left off, I guess, with preparing a room for Ye Shenguang, since she's gonna stay the night. But yeah, that was it for, yeah, for 2.5. You know, for the first part of 2.4. That took longer than the actual story. Shut the fuck up. No, it didn't. That was something like around an hour or so. Qing Yuan. Hold up. Who's this? Qing Yuan. Ooh, she's kind of cute though. Hold up. I never saw her. Slightly caked up too. Okay. Yeah, let's continue. Now, hopefully it's the voice. And I don't have to voice it. What do you mean, huh? Everyone pitched in to perfect the place. Hope you like it, Jiaguang. Do you like the room? Anything else you need? Hopefully not. What do you mean, hopefully not? Wow, you managed to make this place so neat and beautiful in just one day. I really can't help thank you all enough. Everything's perfect. I love it. Just call me Senior Qingyuan, like Junior Bell does. She told me you're really interested in our training at Yankui Summit. Since we already got this connection here at Subian Temple, we naturally show you our proper hospitality. Thanks, Senior Chi-Yuan. Being with everyone makes me feel much more at ease. It's totally different from traveling alone. I heard this place used to be even livelier. It'd be so much better if everyone were here. Then you can just stay here without worrying. Yeah, Jiaguang, make yourself at home. If there's anything you need, or if you want to go shopping or grab a bite, just ask me or Bell. Okay, then this will be my little home in Phylum Heights now. You both must be exhausted today, right? Why not get some early rest? After saying goodbye, Senior Sister Chi Yuan goes to rest. Everyone's so thoughtful. Too bad I can't reveal my identity right now. Once I find my brother, I'll definitely make proper apology to all my fellow disciples. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. We actually did tell Ye Shenguang, you know, about, you know, what we found out about, you know, how you know, her brother seems to be working with Sarah, right? And that apparently he's been having nightmares since he's come back to Suiban Temple, Ye Shenyuan. So yeah. And also, according to the Exaltus member that we caught, it seems to be that Sarah is very much trusting of him more than anyone else in the Exaltus, which is very, very, very curious, right? Don't worry too much, Xiaoguang. I hope you find your brother. I would never doubt my brother's intentions. I'm just worried about his safety, so please help me investigate. You worked hard today, so go get some rest soon. Okay, good night. See you soon. I mean, see you tomorrow. Night, see you tomorrow. And we go to sleep. Betty night. Or something. So, the Zhao Guang liked the room. She said everything's good. See you tomorrow. See you in the West Wind. It looks like Fairy also prepared some casual clothes for Zhao Guang on your behalf. When the right opportunity comes, you should ask Zhao Guang to try them on and see if she likes them. Oh, by the way, if you don't want to get spoiled or I guess 2.4. Apparently, the new DA boss is is a spoil for the boss. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it because after I heard it, but yeah. Thank you, Fairy. Let's make a surprise for Xiaoguang. Right, but first we need to find out where Senior Ye is. Sarah went to Porcelain Market, and since it got something to do with the ancient tomes, maybe you and Xiaoguang can go to the antique shop tomorrow and ask around. Oh yeah, we also heard that apparently Sarah found like an ancient tome in the porcelain market, right? So we're gonna go investigate that area next. I'm so curious about the ancient tome. Anyway, let's leave it for tomorrow and get some rest. Meanwhile, on the other side. Okay, so Sarah. Okay. Milady. Sarah does have like a good design. I do like Sarah's design. But unfortunately, I think she's probably gonna die, so she'll never be playable. So, this is the side you've been hiding. I bet the people around you never had a clue. Bruh. Oh damn, he got a upgrade. Facing Sarah's gaze, Yeshin Yuan walks out from the shadows, his expression calm. You pissed off, uh-huh. He literally got an Eisen. He literally got like an Eisen buff. He takes off the glasses, pushes up his hair, and he looks better. He went full Sasuke. Yeah, yeah, that too. Oh my god. I did call it one back all the way to 2.0, but okay. Didn't think it was going to be that deliberate or that direct. No fun to right moment. Okay? Bruh, just keep talking. Okay. Tell me, why is it that after you erase my nightmare, I can't hide this form anymore? Though I suppose it does make it easier to move unnoticed. Why can't this be a female character? I guess, yeah, no, you're right, because, Haramasa do be a twink. Well, this guy is not really that much of a twink, right? I don't know. We get Labubu. Well, supposedly, according to the rumors, we get Labubu for free. And you know what? I don't mind that. Who doesn't want a Labubu? Alright, I guess I also forgot to mention this. What Sarah has been doing is, you know how before people were turning into sacrifices, right? Like, you know how Bringer turns into sacrifice and whatnot. Sarah has been essentially reverting that change. And apparently it's something called returning to origin, according to the Exaltists. Which maybe is what she did to Shenyuan, right? Oh my god. Just like what I demonstrated to you before, I made those sacrifices return to their pure state.
始まりの主が成し得るのは秩序の再創と真実を明らかにすること。
But wouldn't they just be replacing someone with someone else now?
主はあなたの苦しみを知り、あなたの才を憐れんだ。あなたたち兄弟の力はあなたが思っている以上に近いのかもしれない。
近いですか。あの剣に選ばれたのが僕であればどれほど良かったか。
You can probably, you know, if you haven't noticed, you can probably notice that the reason why, you know, she went with Sora is, you know, to find a way to, I guess, protect her, right, from the artifacts of the Qingming sword.
いいお兄さんだこと。けど、妹さんがあの剣に選ばれたからには、彼女もまた本当の姿を抑え込んでいるのでしょうね。
The truth she's been suppressing.
そして剣は彼女を蝕み続け、いずれあの子を冷たい刃のきらめきへと変えてしまう。
Cold as blade, huh?
始まりの主は違うわ。その力は奪うものではなく与えるもの。必ずあの剣と妹さんとのつながりを断って真の自由を取り戻してくれるでしょう。
But there must be like some cost to this, right? Because nothing is ever free, especially from a god.
そしてあなたも永遠に悪夢と決別できるはず。
Freed from the nightmare forever, meaning he's gonna die. Good to know.
春光を救えるのなら、あなたの言う始まりの主を呼び覚ます手助けをしますよ。ですが、僕を助ける理由は何ですか？こう言い換えましょう。
Just collect all the core flames. Yeah.
もう何度も答えたでしょ。真なる安息の地のため。そして永劫に揺らぐ
True peace.
不変の秩序を取り戻すためよ。
A true everlasting peace. Why do you feel like let's say sense of peace is probably something fucked up peace?
ずいぶん前に読んだ始まりの主のお言葉は今でも一言なくそらんじることができる。
The creative when she was young.
人間は己のいる檻を秩序と誇るが、彼らの法は砂の城である。潮が満ちれば崩れ、溶けてゆくものに過ぎない。
Okay.
彼らの道理は風吹けば散る雲の巣に似て、彼らの存続は蛍火のごとく。
Firefly. Oh my god, Firefly mentioned.
しかし始まりの主がひとたび呼びかければ、もはや死はなく、争いの種は土の中に消える。
No more extinction. Peak mentioned.
もはや衰退はなく、時間の矢は歩みを止める。もはや悲しみはなく、心の振り子は位置を定める。
No more decay, for the arrow of time shall be still. Hold up. Is this another freaking Eternal Tsukiyomi that we're gonna do here? And that's how we achieve eternal peace? By putting everyone under a dream or an illusion?
そのご降誕の時、言い争う者の舌は固まり、剣を振るう者の腕は宙に浮き、貪欲な者の心は水晶のごとく透き通る。
The hearts of the greedy turn to crystal.
絶対と、永遠と。
Just like in Uma. What do you mean in Uma? That doesn't happen in Uma.
超鉄のうちに凝集する。
And that just happens in season 3. I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen in Uma.
生と死、愛と憎しみ、権力の移り変わりに文明の隆盛。この世にはフォローがなくても、混乱と無秩序は骨を食らう宇治のように蔓延している。始まりの主という答えによって、 その全てを終わらせるの。
答え、そう願いたいものです。時に人痘の所在はすでに伝えたはず。なぜ次の段階に移らないのですか。
もうすぐよ。しばらく待ってい
That
なさい。
sacrifice.
あのサクリファイス、完璧なる継承者がこの一帯を守っているのがわかる？
The flawless
始まり
listener.
の主を呼び覚ます浄化の儀式は万全でなければならないわ。
The flawless listener.
私たちには力がいる。この悲しき隔たりを打ち砕くための力が、始まりの主のお言葉と私の渇望が共鳴しているのがはっきりと感じられるわ。
Wait,
偉大にして冷徹、
Don't
そ
tell
して
me
完
the-
璧なご意志が。
I was gonna say, don't tell me that the creators inside the swords, the Qingming swords. The night grows heavy and deep within Lemonian Hollow. Something unknown is stirring in the darkness. Oh, what the hell is this bamboo? A mysterious bamboo is there, standing alone in the shadows. Okay. Kind of like a devil boo, no? Or demon boo. His little hands are clasped together, as if praying.
もう少し我慢だ。もう少しだけ。
Oh my god, this bamboo is talking! What the hell? Where's the end now?
もうすぐ救済の時が来るから。
Salvation will come. Is it one of the freaking AIs? A night uproar and secret silently sinks into the deep darkness. As morning light spills across the land, Suibin Temple welcomes a new day, Ning Qian, who brings news for everyone. This is the Ning Qian is Banyo's disciple. Yeah, I mean, like, there's like, he looks too NPC-like, right? Which makes him stand out, right? I went to porcelain market this morning to ask around. Ginger from the antique shop said he remembers seeing that woman in red. She brought a severely damaged ancient tome to Ginger, saying she wanted to restore it. Ancient tome, I knew it. Not sure yet. Ginger said that since the ancient tome was severely damaged, it was a difficult job, so he recommended it to one of his old customers, who's obsessed with collecting antique books. Bargain or Biao. I got his address, we can try our luck and pay him a visit, but Ginger also said he met some trouble lately and might not be in the best mood. Well, let's go ask first and give it a try together. Okay. So I guess let's go see Bargain or Biao then. I just realized while you move the dialing, you can hear her phone ringing. Yeah, there's a ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-ling. I'm not sure if you can hear it, chat, but I can hear it. Oh, arrogant woman. I mean, I can see it. The customers here somehow doesn't seem very friendly. Sorry, the atmosphere.
これが最終通告です。
Ooh.
物件の所有者は書類にはっきりと書かれています。3日のうちに必ず明け渡すこと。トップスの新規事業計画はあなたを待ってなどいられませんので。
Okay, so she's working with Tops, okay?
親子3代にわたって受け継いできた俺の家だぞ。それがあんたらのだと。この書類だって偽物に決まっとろうが。
時代は論より証拠です。いいですか？3日以内にこのガラクタをどこかへやってください。さもないと私たちがお手伝いすることになりますよ。
So it's essentially getting evicted, kinda.
そうなれば今ほど穏やかには済まないでしょうね。ここはブルドーザーで更地にします。あなたの大切なカビた本の山ごと。
この盗っ人どもが。
The arrogant woman leaves.
ビャオおじさん、大丈夫？
大丈夫かだと。ああ、絶好調だとも。こち ちとらたったの3日ぽっちで何十年と集めたお宝をどっかにやらにゃならんのだ。
Sorry to bother you at a time like this, but we have a few things we'd like to ask.
すみません。こんな時に少しだけ聞きたいことがあるんですけど、
Hmm.
骨董屋さんが古書修復のお客さんをこっちに紹介したって。
なくなった。全部なくなった。どいつもこいつも本
So
命
they
だったんだ。
took everything.
全部持ってかれちまったんだよ。
What about what was written in the tome? Do you still remember?
その本にどんなことが書かれてたか知りたいんです。どんな些細なことでも。それか取りに来た人がいたんなら、どんな人でどこに行ったか
I mean, I'm pretty sure the old man is a bit too preoccupied with that.
どこに
Yeah.
行っただと。どこへ行こうと、次期本たちには帰る場所もなくなるんじゃい。知ったことか。
Yeah, like they're not gonna get answers from
出
him.
てけ。全員出てけ。
すみません。お邪魔しました。
So I guess we have to resolve the old man's issues first. So I guess time to get cool some people on tops. Oh god. Talk about bad timing. Bargainer Biao's pretty beside himself with anger. Doubt he's in the mood to answer any of our questions. Oh god. Yeah, maybe let me try talking to him alone first to help him calm down. It might take a bit longer, so I apologize for making everyone wait.
おやおや、奇遇ですね。
Yeah,
また人
there
生
she
の分
is.
岐点で迷子になっちゃってる感じですか？
I'm gonna surge. What do you mean? Shut the... You're gonna edge. Shut the fuck. What's Styling doing here?
ダイアリー、どうしてここにいるの？私がここにいる理由と言ったら、クレーム対応に決まってます。トップス部署横断型カスタマーサポートは、誠心誠意、理不尽な言いがかりに対応させていただくために、それに、面白いことを見逃さないためには、どんな些細な動きにも注意を払っておかないと。黒枝で働くってのは、そりゃもう大変なんです。何でもいいからとにかく
Tough
成績を出さ
working
ない
at
と
Krampus.
すぐビリッケツですからね。フリーランスの皆さんにはわからないと思いますけど、なんか大変そうね。
What if like... I mean, obviously she's like lying, right? But
それはそうと、何やら皆さん顔色が変
I don't think she's lying, but
一体全体なんだってそんなに憂鬱そうなんですか？
Zhao always seems not Zhao. Dylan always seems to be hiding something, right? You briefly tell Dylan about what just happened.
なんということでしょう。皆さん今日も今日とて運がいいですね。実はこのダイヤリン、全く同じ件のために派遣されてきたんです。そうと決まれば、どうしましょうかね。ちょっとお時間もらっても？
We're gonna end up owing Dylan, aren't we? She's wearing a fool's mask. I mean, I guess that's one way to put it, right? But she's always, I guess, unlike, let's say, fools, which are, always, for the entertainment focus, she seems to be very profit focused.
無論だ。すぐに答えが出る道理もあるまい。
ああ、違いますよ。アイスでも食べててください。
Ice cream break.
食べてくださいね。
何故？
Huh?
すごい自信だな。
Everyone is still exchanging glances by the time Dylan quickly returns, waving something in her hands. Oh god. All right. All right. You know what? Let's not do a voice it. All right. It's done. The bargainer Biao is quite the interesting fellow. He couldn't possibly bear parting with that one-of-a-kind book, so instead, he gave Sarah a replica. Turns out his cleverness has made things quite convenient for us. Pepper Rope, shut the fuck up. This is what happens when there's not voiced. I heavily worn a mysterious ancient tome with pages stuck together. From moisture damage, its edges are tattered. Inner page is torn, making many crucial sections hard to decipher. From what's barely legible, the tome appears to document unverified legends about arrays related to absorbing miasma and suppressing evil. Hold up, instead of pepper rope, hold up. This is what you should be using. Where is it? There we go. Well, that should probably change it to just KMS. How did you manage to get that out of him? I mean, she probably just changed the contract, right?
すごいね、ダイアリー。あんなに怒り心頭だったビャオおじさん相手にどうやってここまでこぎつけたの？そうよ。まるで術法でも使った。どうやってですか？そうですね。
Oh my god. Why? Why? Okay, I hate it most when it's like when she just stays just stop being voiced midway sentence or midway talk. Exactly what I did. It will remain a secret. But look, I solved the big trouble for you, got you what you wanted, and even managed to save his house in the process.
前回は救助に手を貸してあげましたし、そうそう。この間は高大凶も届けてあげましたもんね。
Yeah, with the Brexit actions. Shut the hell. Yeah, it's like we're very much owing her favors, which is clearly what she wants, right?
しかりこの恩
How do you want us to repay you? バカにパスしちゃった。
そっか。いつの間にか結構助けてもらっちゃってたんだね。それじゃあ私たち何したらいいかな。
Well, wouldn't it be like, hey, Belle, can you pass me a bottle of water? Right? Well, that's technically more of an American British accent rather than just being British. Well, technically Cockney. We've been relying on you. How can you repay us?
ではではこちらのコードを読み込んで私にちょっとしたお気持ちを送ってもら
Submit
っても
a
いい
tip.
ですか？
What kind of tip do you want?
なんて真に受けないでくださいってば。私が人の弱みにつけ込んでお小遣いを稼いでるとかそんな風に思われたら心外ですからね。つまり
What do you mean, huh? She just wants, you know, like a £2 tip.
これからしようとしてる面白いこと。
Surely she doesn't want.
面倒なことに私を混ぜてくれ
What kind of tip are you thinking about, Natural Ice? What I actually want is whatever you're up to next. That's it?
たったそれだけでいいの？はい、それだけです。今日ここにいる親切な小市民が私でよかったですね。これがザオちゃん先輩だったら。
Deal.
いいよいいよ。交渉成立。
Okay. Belle is not really good at, let's say, sussing out people, is she?
ありがとうダイアリー。あなたったら本当にいい人ね。おや、ちょっといい人認定が早すぎるんじゃないですか？別に悪い気はしませんけど。
But then I guess the only reason we can really say that is because, you know, we can see all the different sides of the island.
他に目的はあるかもしれないけど、それでも別にいいの。
Thankfully, you never socialized before.
助けてくれたのは本当だし、今は
I
同
suppose
じ
so.
道を歩いてくれるんだから、それ以上望むのは贅沢ってものでしょ。
Your help before and today is genuine. Even if you have, I mean, I guess she's right here.
不思議ですね。
Yeah.
天真爛漫な女の子かと思ったら、何もかも見透かしてるような目をしたりするんですから。まあいいです。雑談はこのくらいにして、次の一手を考えましょう。
Bruh. Oh, whatever. Bagana Biao said this tome is extraordinary. It talks about divine purification and some kind of ancient array that can absorb miasma and suppress evil spirits. Whether it actually worked or not, well, that's another story. Hearing this, Zhao Guang perks up. thankfully, this is a matter of utmost importance. Now that we have the tome, let's head back to Subian Temple and discuss it there. Oh my god. Jargon seems to have just remembered something. Should I ask now or wait until we're done? Oh, okay. You could do a male voice for Banyu. Oh my lord. What do you mean thinking you could do a male? Shut up.
私とお兄ちゃんが小さい頃、両親から少しだけ聞いたことがあるの。
Unfortunately, even though, let's say, I have a somewhat, let's say, deep voice, Banyu's voice is way too deep, let's say. Right. Also, technically, his voice is synthetic. So it's like, kind of hard to do. Your parents, I hadn't really heard you mention them before. I mean, we're assuming that they probably died, right? Wait. Is it in the sense that Banyu ended up killing their parents when he went, you know, haywire? That parent's classic, I mean. Yeah, it is, isn't it? In one sec, let me check something very quickly. Okay, no, it seems fine. Okay. Sorry, that was heavy.
そっか、ごめんね。わざわざ思い出させちゃって。別にいいわよ。この新エリートに住んでる以上、大切な人を亡くしてない人の方が珍しいでしょ。それに、私たち兄弟には自慢の両親だったんだから。二人とも実法に詳しくて、お互いを愛してて、あちこち旅をしながら自由に生きてた。
Oh, besides, I think the, let's say, the dead parent trope for ZZZ is kind of fine, in my opinion, since, you know, they did all undergo the Hollow Zero crisis and the fall of the old capital, so, you know, there being, you know, dead parents here and there, it's not too surprising, right? No lost memory MC. Yeah, no lost memory MC, that is indeed true. Which is like one thing I do like about let's say ZZZ, right? To say it's help, okay.
校区にある居住区に落ち着いたの。まだ小さかったし、私はあの頃のこと、途切れ途切れにしか思い出せないけど、懐かしそうに話してるお兄ちゃんを見てると、きっとすっごく幸せな時間だったんだなってわかるから。
Okay, so her parents died when she was like really young, huh?
両親は最後の最後まで効果的にミヤズマを抑え込む方法を探してたみたい。でも
Yeah, the outbreak 10 years ago, yeah. Oh, the outbreak 10 years ago. No, this is when this is not the Hollow Zero. This is when the Lemurian Hollow was expanding in Waifu Peninsula. Yeah.
さっきも言ったけど、私は小さかったからよく覚えてないの。 お兄ちゃんも怪我で意識がなかったみたいだけど、すごい混乱だったらしいわね。目が覚めた時はもう救助地点で、お父さんもお母さんもいなかった。それからはいろんな人に助けられてどうにか生きてた。万学先生みたいに優しい人たちが私たち兄弟を訪ねてくれて。
But I think Banyu may have, no, actually no, because it was the mines, not it was the miasma outbreak, not Banyu going haywire. Oh god. After that time, I heard that Yankui Summit was taking in the orphans. Since I was leading the rootless life and trusting the important task of caring for 2 children to Yishuan Shifu was the safer choice. Does stream need to add AI tag to games? Oh, wait, what? What do you mean? Banyu Shifu, did you also know Zhao Guang's parents? Oh, that's Team. Oh, you're talking about the thing that Team Sweeney said, right? That he doesn't. That a team shouldn't, add the AI tag to like for games. It does, right? Steam does have that. It should, right? Because AI is always going to be used, let's say in the production of games. But what matters most in let's say in the sense of AI is if it's used in the creative sense. So if it's used for like let's say art generation or music generation, right, or story generation, then it definitely should, right? If it's used to let's say help optimize the process, right, or to help optimize the game in a way, then I think AI in that sense is fine, right? Because it's being more used as a tool rather than a creative asset. Because if it's being used as a creative asset, it the game itself loses its human touch, right? Banjin Shifu, did you also know Zhao Guang's parents?
じゃあ万学先生は春光のお父さんとお母さんにも会ったことがあるの？
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that too. Also, doesn't she also have like in? You're talking about the athlete girl, right? Because it wasn't in like a certain frame. She also looked like she had 3 breasts. I said that he didn't know that. No, though.
先生に面倒を見てもらったこと、本当に感謝してもしきれないわね。ねえリン。
Oh, because that's the nightmare. So the nightmare is essentially whatchamacallit, the death of his parents, right? Or their parents. Okay, I see it.
お兄ちゃんはお父さんとお母さんを亡くしたあの日から雲岳山に落ち着くまで二人が宮島に潜む怪物に襲われる夢をずっと見てた。師匠たちのおかげでそういう悪夢も次第になくなったと思ってたんだけど。
Did coming to Wi-Fi make the nightmares come back?
地区に戻ってきたことで再発しちゃったんだね。
Well, yeah, the green hood girl. I did see her. Too bad she's always wearing the hood, right? If she didn't wear the hood, I feel like she looked better.
だが当時の混乱を思えば真実が込み入っているのも無理ないな。誰かを救いたいというお兄さんの気持ち、それが悪夢の根源かもしれないんだろう。人の命を奪うものが宮島だけとは限らないからな。
それはどういう？
Yes. It isn't just miasma that can lead to people's death. I guess if they were killed by other people, right? Oh, and then it gets... Oh, Banyu. At these words, both Ye Shenguang and Banyu fell silent. Break the silence. Oh, dwelling on the past is getting too heavy. It's getting late. Let's head back and discuss the next step.
そうよね。ごめん。両親のことになるとつい。お兄ちゃんの居場所を突き止めるのが先だもの。行きましょう。
Maybe the Yubu will go use yours and become a god later. I don't know about that. Zhao Guang and the others gradually fade from view, but Banyu lingers. It isn't just miasma that can lead to people's death. Seemingly casual words, yet the cries of the past ring in his ears once more. Oh, so he did kill them. Oh, I guess it's every event. I guess what happened to Banyu is more that I guess his thing was set to the extreme, right, where if anyone has even the slightest hint of corruption, he ended up eliminating them. Just the murder cinematic. Okay, I don't.
この子たちが大人になるところを見届けてあげたかった。
Oh.
でも寂しい思いをせず大きくなってほしいんです。
お願いします。どうか。
A hand reaches out from behind, pulling Banyo back from his silence into the present.
師範、皆さん言ってしまいますよ。何か思い出したような。
I don't think she knows. As this is probably something only Banyo knows, right? And I guess dial in.
さにあらず。参ろう。
Yeah. I had a feeling it might be something along those lines. But I wasn't too sure, but then I realized it's probably that any small amount of corruption that he could sense probably caused him to kill them. Their existence transcends mortal measure, standing with this divine, or perhaps Breep. In ancient times, there were sages who could communicate with the divine, observing the celestial star changes, plane changes, realm changes. They knew miasma would converge during the peak of celestial dawn, evening, light, bring. Oh, I don't know. They built this array, gathering and purifying the miasma to restore the world to origin. With the array complete, though the evil is subdued, X yet X. To summon X, X desire to awaken power. Array core. Willing sacrifice as the key, sincerely developed. Not something. Sincerely devout? Though we leave this method, if X descends, the consequences are unpredictable. After reading the cryptic tome, everyone puts together all the information so far. I assume it's corrupted in the tome. Maybe. I mean, possible.
人報なるものを調べていたのは確実だ。
Sorry.
サラの追い求めている始まりの主と関係があって、越見とやらには欠かせないもののようだ。
The ray's purpose is to suppress miasma. The exalters don't seem the merciful type.
でも肝心の人報の効果はミヤズマを吸収することなんだよね。今まで人の命なんて何とも思ってこなかった参照会とは。
サラはその人報が航空跡地にあると考え、残党を動員して探させている。春光先生、かつてあそこで暮らしていたなら。
ごめん、私があの頃からしっかりしてたら。それかもっとお兄ちゃんと話せてたら。
Oh. It's the flowers. It's the flowers because the flowers were absorbing miasma, right? So I'm assuming the flowers absorbed the miasma, and that was a suppression of the miasma. Oh, okay. I think I get it.
よさぬか。我が輩もこの幾とせ、フォローの深くに異変を感じ、探索を試みてきた。だが。いずれも徒労に終わった。とはいえ案ずるな。見つからぬのなら。
We probably have to follow the roots of the flowers, right? Because they're probably converged into some point. Wait, going in there aimlessly right now is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Oh, what? Anyone over the years. So, you think we should reach out to people from back then about the array? Makes sense. I was too young to remember, but maybe someone else still does. Oh god. Master, I've located a list of survivors from the old mining site. Most of them have settled in the Silent Bay area. We found some survivors. Maybe they have info. Don't worry, some survivors from the asthma outbreak are now settled in Silent Bay. They might have some information about the array. Silum Bay. I'm pretty familiar with that area. It's crowded and full of all kinds of people. Asking around one by one would take forever. Why don't we split up so we can cover more ground? Don't pull out this voice on IRL notes. No shit! Why the hell would I pull out this voice in IRL dates? No time to waste. I'll go on ahead. Join me when you're about. Yeah, when I'm going to IRL, I'm going to go and bring out the Mickey Mouse voice and go, oh, are you having a great time? Oh, why the hell? Ugh. Jesus Christ, my throat. Sounds good to me. Using the addresses Fairy found, everyone sets off in different directions. Okay, I guess time to investigate, kind of. Things have changed so much. Back when my brother and I had to stay here, this place was just as haphazard mess of makeshift shelters. Now it feels like a proper settlement. The past fades like dust. It's been years since you faced the past. You must be feeling pretty conflicted right now. Yeah, Yang Qian and the others got here before us, so they must have gone down already, right? Somehow now that I'm here, I'm feeling kind of nervous. Hey, doesn't that miner up ahead look kind of familiar? Looks like the person we saved earlier. Let's start by asking him. Okay, where is he? Okay, he's over there. Better tell us some information or we rip his balls. Ah, it's you guys, the ones who saved me. So it's you. You feeling better? Much, much better. Thanks to you and your friends, I was just thinking about how to thank you all, and here you are. Okay, I don't know why I said that, but sure. You know, I kind of wish the character that a character they make playable is the girl we see in the posters, right? This blue girl, this blue-head cop girl. Because I do kind of like her design, right? Just from the posters. And, you know, she might become playable because it's kind of the same with Astra, right? Because the first time we actually ever see Astra is just in the posters like we see around 7th Street. Reddit reader? What do you mean Reddit reader? Wait, what? Wait, hold up. Wait, are they actually doing that? Wait, hold up. What? Really? Okay, if they actually do that, that'd actually be really nice, because I know the only characters that, you know, they're releasing after, you know, the Yankee Summit like story would be the Angel, the idol group, right? They said there will be a future police character. Oh, really? Oh, it better be her. If it's not her, fuck him. We don't want them. Okay, yeah, no, but I like, we've always, you know, seen her like quite a few times in like posters, right? Different posters. And I've always liked her design. So, I mean, that just came back to my head, right? Because there's literally 2 posters of them here. Don't worry about it, we're simply doing what was right. We're just glad to see you're safe and sound. But we're here today to ask about something, if you don't mind. Ask away. If I know anything about it, I'll tell you everything. No beating around the bush. Ask about the array. Ask rumors regarding deities. Arrays, divine deities? Why is it always... My old man mentioned it once. Over the past few decades, outsiders would show up every now and then, and some who just moved into staff family quarters and kept sneaking deeper into the mining area. Release the Coco Smash. Oh, isn't Coco basically the Starbucks worker, right? That she's just outside the police station, right? If I remember, that's Coco. Yeah, I mean, she'd also be nice. They were always asking for old timers at the mine about stuff from way back when. Seems like they're digging for info about some mystical rays or whatever. Did they find anything? Cinema event was stuff. Yeah, it was. I just remember there was this guy who spoke real nice and a woman who was always smiling. They even helped treat my old man's illness. They were good people. Once they said something about making progress on whatever they were doing. And then, well, then everything went south, didn't it? All things they tried probably didn't work out. If it had worked, maybe that disaster wouldn't have happened. If there really was such a deity, people wouldn't have died and families wouldn't have been torn apart. Besides the array, do you perhaps remember any other details around the time of the incident 10 years ago? Any details would help. Other details. There is something I remember recently. Last time I went into the Hollow, I just wanted to check out my old place. I got stuck before I could make it there, but I did spot a really nice looking white flowers blooming all over. Yeah, the flowers we saw. Yeah, we've seen something like that before. Yeah, folks have been saying these white flowers are a good sign that the miasma is receding. Come to think of it, I vaguely remember seeing something similar in the mine shafts where my folks worked. Back then we lived in the mining district 10 years ago. The area around the white flowers was clean too, no trace of miasma in sight. Back then, I thought it was fun to hide next to those white flowers whenever I got into trouble with my folks. It felt oddly comforting. That's pretty much all there is. After that, the miasma outbreak happened and we couldn't even go home anymore. Not many survived, some moved far away, others relocated here, and well, as time passed, we all just lost touch. Come to think of it, it's quite a coincidence. Recently, besides you, well, you're my savior, so I might as well be honest. Someone else asked me about that array stuff too. It is a young man who even gave a fat stack of cash money, telling me not to breathe a word of this to anyone else. It said something about how this info was tied to some dangerous stuff, and they couldn't let any more people get caught up in it. Young man, could it be senior year? What did he look like? Did he have some brown hair, wearing glasses, and was just like a young kid someone training attire? No, nothing like that. He was a tall, slim man with black clothes and a black hair. There was this certain aura about him. He spoke politely and was quite generous too. If you hadn't saved me, I would have kept my lips sealed about him. So it wasn't. Don't feel down. Don't feel down. We still made good progress on this trip. Let's check some other places so we can see what we can find. Just then, Ningqian, a somewhat anxious voice comes from not far away. Is Ningqian being held up by someone? Let's go check it out. Okay. So what is this old man that's holding him up? Only fortune teller. I have important matters to attend to. Please stop pestering me. Hey there, don't leave, friend. I'm just glad. I just said I see darkness clouding your vision. There's something terrible, malignant, locked between those two brows of yours. If this great master's calculations are correct, you must have lost a close family member. This weighs heavily on your heart, and if left unresolved, that grave misfortune may befall you. Luckily, you've met me for just 5,000 dennies. You, what the hell are you talking about? Get out of here! The fortune teller looks embarrassed, but quickly locks eyes with Xiao Guang as if finding a new target. Hey there, young lady, you have a most spiritual aura. Come, let me read your fortune. We can work out a good price. It's fate that we must. This is terrible. A terrible omen. The stars have fallen. The moon is broken. Your path is fraught with peril. Barely a glimmer of light to be seen in the dark. My lady, you must face a great calamity soon to overcome this tribulation. You need. What what nonsense. Jesus Christ, the changing pitch is. This acting needs some work. Yep, it does. Miss, well, I'm not as great as divination myself. I have a master who's an expert. Khan is in the north, Lee is in the south. I'm sorry, but your compass is wrong. And the positions of Dui and Jun diagrams, they're not quite right either. We've got other matters to tend to, so we'll take our leave now. Why do I keep running into tough nuts and experts these days? That guy the other day saw right through me. Too, even little girls aren't easy to pull anymore. This gig is getting harder and harder to pull off. Oh, so he's a scammer. The fortune teller grows frustrated with embarrassment, recalling that tall, dignified young man in black the other day. Oh, there he is. Young man, your face speaks of noble fortune. But, I see a hint of worry between your brows. Let this great master read the fortune I've laid out for you. Hey, don't mess with that. Keep your hands off. Hands off, I say. Victory at all costs. Shifu always said divination was my worst subject. Too restless and too unfocused to get accurate readings. But this time, I chose to trust in my divination. If no word comes when that wretched creature appears, I will give it my all. Why is everyone staring at Banyu Shifu? The atmosphere is getting weirder and weirder. Let's suggest going back first. Right. Right now, I actually want to take a look around some more to see if there's anyone else my brother and I used to know. Why don't you head back first? Don't worry, I'll be back soon. Zhao Guang is focused on finding her brother that she hasn't even noticed the strange atmosphere. Head back with Banyu Shifu first. Need the day dark. Whoa! I mean, it might happen, considering how things seem to may be heading. Look, it really is a heap of scrap. Ah, shoo. Must have been blind back then, bringing that thing back from the hollow and treating it like a person. Ashu treated her with kindness, and look at how it repaid her. Just standing by, watching her die. No wonder they said it was a killing machine before. That thing's got no heart. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even... That forbidden fruit test, or... Poor Ashu. Saved by the thing, it brought her back. And now she's gone. Her only brother. No one's heard from him in years. Banyu Shifu, what on earth is this? Years ago, I committed an unforgivable sin. The evidence is irrefutable. Beyond any dispute, their resentment, their boundless hatred, it is the karma I deserve. I must bear. One day I will explain it all to you. You return to Suiban Temple with Banyu. Check on Banyu again. Banyu Shifu, about what just happened. I guess we'll find out about what happened. He seems to have a past that's hard to talk about. Better give him some space. Alexa, cue up this. I understand, I won't ask further. But if you ever want to talk about it, I'll always be there to listen. Thank you. Banyu gives you a grateful look while staying silent. Soon, the others return. Everyone gathers to share what they found.
なるほど。当時宮妻の大量発生が起こる直前、僕たちが見たのと同じ白い花が咲いていた。春光、それに例の人痘のことも繰り返し話に出てきたね。生存者にも覚えている人がいるのなら、実在している可能性が高まったと見ていいだろう。
ですね。サラの探してる動機が一日一善のためかはさておき、当時航空跡地にあったっていう居住区にはとりあえず行ってみないと。
It's all going back to the mining area. Do you want to head back?
春子、それでいい？私は平気。手がかりがこうして私たちを導いてくれたんだもん。
once everyone's prepared, we'll set out.
それじゃあみんな準備しといてね。
Should we head out now? Yep, let's go head out. Ooh, wait, hold up. And then oh no, Berlin. It's just Berlin stuff. Wait, hold up. Oh wait, where you claim? Start auto manage. Perfect. Wait, hold up. Do we have the? Oh, I need like 3 or more of this adventure bamboo. Yeah, okay. I guess let's continue. Who else do we take here? Thailand, Banua, and I guess let's take.
愚かで無知だが拳はある。
Who else works here? It's Rapture. No, so we take her.
あなたの大冒険を魔の
Because there's
小槍で
Rapture.
旅立ちの巻。
Not this again. What do you mean not this again? Oh, the freaking temple. No, 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 no. Ooh, but we get to play Banyu again. Okay, hold up.
ルート設定完了。目的地フォーク跡地居住区。
この身は山岳の武器。
危険の呪文は
Yeah, I do like
我
this.
念ずるは剣の行く先。次が有名にエイジじゃなくて
Do the war thing.
名教を抱きだっけ。ああ、我念ずるは剣の行く先。名教を抱き生命を制す。
Well, can go directly into old here. I think for the war. Oh, god damn it. They died too
ち
quickly.
ゃんと唱えられましたか。我らが春光ちゃんはスランプですかね。まさかとは思いますが、昨べは悪いことしたりしてないですよね。寝てる間に呪文がよだれと一緒に
Whispering
出てきちゃ
spell
った
to your
可能性も
pillow.
ありますよ。次は確か生成ルテンだっけ。いや、待ってね。
Stellar circulation.
変なの。
Do you want to take a break?
しゅんこ、顔色悪いよ。ちょっと休む？いいの。ちょっと気が散ってただけよ。
Hmm.
多分どこか懐かしいのに、でも馴染みがないこの道のせい。なんかいまいち集中できなくて。
I wonder if Banyu told Yashengwang and Yeshian about what happens. I am gonna assume no, right?
であれば、いたずらに急ぐことはあるまい。
そうですよ。あそこにある秘密が何であれ、急に足が生えて逃げ出したりなんてしませんから。生成ルテン、
Hmm.
生命よ、我を導け。
This is probably gonna come up again later, right?
本当に気が散ってただけなんだから。さあ、行きましょう。
Okay. Nope, crap. Wrong button. There we go.
目的地は完全。
Okay.
行く手には障害か。
Oh, time to use another explosion to get rid of it.
すべてに
また障害物。クレームの電話が繋がらない。
Also, I'm pretty sure like Banyu should have like the fist to be able to just, you know, get rid of it, no?
決断。断頭。僕は通さぬ。
Ooh, okay. I can see how I can force that. Wait, why doesn't that one like also get deleted? Okay. I don't know why that didn't instantly work, but sure. There should be another miasma core around here somewhere. Notice. So now we just activate this thing. Oh, I got to come here first. The obstacles are blocking the bridge, just like last time. Find a minecart nearby. Use a disagree. Use the same thing.
コブを破壊してトロッコを見つけないと。
Okay. The minecart tracks look more complex than last time. Looks like we'll need to switch the tracks twice to get to the minecart.
あっちに制御装置があ
Yeah,
るよ。
yeah. I mean, it's not that
こ
hard.
れで OK だね。戻ってトロッコを動かしてみよう。
It's okay, it doesn't let me do it, sure. Huh?
かなり年季が入ってるのに。
Bellybog puzzle PCC. Eh,
いや
the puzzles weren't that bad for Bellybog.
血と汗の賜物ですね。よし、これでトロッコがきっと。
Okay.
ちゃん、急に黙り込んじゃってどうしたんですか？この橋、瓦礫を片付けたらもう一回確認したい。
So I'm guessing this is where she used to live, right? With her parents before everything happens.
対岸にあるのが当時の居住区だ。
Yeah. The bridge leads to where Jiaguang used to live.
この橋を渡った先が春光の昔住んでた家なんだね。小さい頃、お兄ちゃんはよく私をこの橋の真ん中まで連れてきてくれた。どっちが石を遠くまで投げられるか、水しぶきを高く上げられるかって勝負してたっけ。
Clear, complete. Okay. What even was Bellybog about? We just met Silla and kicked Kokori's ass. Bellybog was essentially finding out the truth behind the Eternal Winter, right? Of like it being, you know, the Stellaron, and basically the Stellaron corrupting the Kokorites.
お兄ちゃんはいつも手加減してくれたと思うけどね。私負けた
Which, you know, resulted with, you know, us killing
あの頃
Kokolia.
はこの橋がどこまで行っても終わらないように感じてた。そして10年前のあの日、覚えてるのは真っ暗で騒がしくて、誰かの悲鳴と何かが壊れる音がひっきりなしにしてたこと。大きくて頼もしい影が私とお兄ちゃんを抱えてこの橋
Tall
を
and
駆
steady.
け抜けていったの。そんなことを考えてるうちに橋の向こうの景色はどんどん遠ざかって、聞こえるのは風の音とその人のずっしりした足音だけになった。
But Kokolia is more developed. Ah. Slightly. I would say that both Kokolias are equally developed in a sense. Jiaguang, do you remember who it was?
それが春光たちを助けてくれた人なんだね。誰だったかまではわからない感じ？うん、もう思い出せない。でもその時感じたことはずっと覚えてる。私を抱きしめてくれる腕はどこか冷たかったけれど、絶望。
そうだろうか。
それじゃあ向こう岸へ行っても、もう一度この橋を渡りましょう。今度は私たちと一緒に。
I guess the question is, who is Qing Nian or Niang Qin like working for, right? Or who's like his master? Like who his actual master, right? Because it seems he's like undercover for Banyue, right? Or maybe investigating some Banyue.
あの浮いてる
Probably
石
for the same reason as dialing.
何かに使えないかな。
Floating boulders.
いつか落ちて鬱陶しい連中をまとめてぺっちゃんことかいいですね。
Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm playing Banyo wrong. But I do like how he seems to, I guess, he's very free in the sense of how he plays.
あの白い花、奥に進むほど増えてない？
When Banyo uses EX or triggers this perfect dodge, you mix rifle fire with enough rifle flyers. Ooh. Hey, come on. I do like how he's just not moving at all. He's pretty much getting kind of stun locked. A serious white flower. There seems to be more white flowers around here compared to everywhere else we've been through.
あそこの石獅子、覚えてるのと全然違う。
Stone white lion.
この10年であの像は随分侵食されてしまった。時の流れというのは残酷だな。割れた窓を吹き抜ける風の音もどこか泣いているみたいだ。
It feels empty and desolate.
確かに空っぽで荒れ果ててるね。ねえ、私一人で見て回ってもいい？まあ、どのみち手分けするのが得策ですね。ところで、万学先生は昔はここ
She's
で
really
お手伝い
pushing it, doesn't
してたん
she?
ですよね。ちょっと万学先生。
Banyo remains silent, seemingly deep in thoughts.
ここに来てからというもの、師範は不自然なほど無口になられた。何かに気づいたのかもしれん。
The surface of the stone lion statue is covered in cracks. As Banyo gazes at its base, a stream of past memories flickers deep within his core. Vicious substance detected. Risk assessment 0%. Composition analysis. Fructose plant fiber. Metal fingers sink into the orange red pulp. Frosting sticking to the mechanical joints. Tactile feedback. Contact with soft objects. Classification human gift.
持ってきな。これはうちで仕込んだ干し柿さ。甘いよ。
Back when everything was at peace.
おい母さん、見えてないから無理もないけど、この人に柿が食えるんかな。
ありがとう。
ほら、僕の言った通りでしょ。彼は僕らの言葉がわかるんです。
ありがとな、デカブツ。本当に助かったよ。おめえが崩れた行動を片付けてくれたおかげで、ガキどもが無事に家まで帰れたぜ。
これどうぞ。
A pale wildflower is suddenly wedged into the joints of the mechanical arm. A strange warmth spreads along the arm blade. It's the heat from a human palm.
ババはあんたがどこから来たのか知らんし、どんな格好なのかもとんとわかんねえが。
This is Ye Shengguang's father, right? It looks like him.
触ればわかるよ。冷ていものの体の中にあったけえもんがある。ねえ教えて。あんたのことなんて呼べばいいの？
Abnormal core temperature fluctuations. Purge unit type 0 command. Suppress miasma at all costs. Overridden. Yeah. Banyo's core emotion module permanently activated. Mission name, Rebirth. Rebirth? Chat, before we continue, let's take a short, 2 minutes or so break. So I can use yeah, so I can go take a piss quickly. Okay, be back, chats. Okay, back. Oh yeah. So, I guess we're gonna find out the truth about what happened with Banyo, right? Of him being, let's say, part of the purge unit, and I guess why he went complete murdering everyone, right? Because it seemed like he overrid the, the thing about purging everyone. But then it's probably something along the lines that whoever his creator or whatever, right, probably came and, forced it, right? Overrid the override. It's probably what I'm assuming happens. Which, then ended up, resulting in what happened with lots of people being dead, right? Yeah, I guess that's complete. Okay. The theories around this area have been pretty much cleared out. I think I'll take a walk by myself. See if I can find anything. Let's split out and do some investigation. Maybe we'll find something. Indeed, proceed with caution. A strange presence over there. Oh, is that... Oh, that's the specters. This way of descent that you speak of, from your words, it sounds like not you, just anyone can pave it. That silhouette, Shiyuan. Of course. Only the devout, one who completely surrounds surrenders body and soul, anchoring themselves solely to their supreme will, can sense their presence and invoke their descent. You're beating around the bushes. Don't tell me you still don't trust me. I hope you locate this array, so you should give me more concrete details. I've already said, when the creator descends, only I can determine whether they'll appear. This is my sacred honor and also a boundary that cannot be crossed. You need only follow in my footsteps. Even if someone were to tail us here like rats, trying to watch us in greeds, it would all be in vain. If you go any further, you won't be able to hide that side of yours anymore. Better face who you really are, Ye Shi-yuan. Just remember this. Everything comes with a price. What you cherish, what you protect, what you fear to lose, perhaps they can all become the nourishment that feeds the new order. And the illusion ends. That was a vision of my brother and Sarah. And this kind of thing has happened before. Something in me seems to trigger the reaction from the miasma, recreating the scenes from the past, but I'm not sure how it works or how accurate they are. If this is a recreation of the past, judging by where the visions appeared and what they said, the ray is most likely somewhere beyond that door. The way my brother spoke, and that feeling of briefly touching the past, what we saw must have been a glimpse of something that really happened. And the things he said, I know my brother better than anyone. He only speaks that way when he's calmly planning something in his mind. There's no concrete evidence yet, but I think we can at least rule out the worst case scenario. My brother must have had other motivations, just like we suspected. Will you trust me on this? I trust you, Xiaoguang. I trust your judgment, Xiaoguang, and I trust Senior Ye too. If we keep following the trail, I'm sure we'll figure out why he hasn't sent word back yet. Yeah, they went through this door. Zhao Guang pushed the door, but it wouldn't budge. It seems to be locked.
鍵がかかってるみたい。あれ
What,
どう
really?
やって開けるんだっけ。確かおじさんの誰かがいたずらされないよう秘密の鍵をかけたんだけど。
Couldn't we just break it?
年
You
長
know?
の子がその仕掛けを盗み聞きしてたんだよね。
We literally have a someone with iron fists who could just probably break the door, no? Zhao Guang, did you remember something?
シュンコ、何か思い出したの？もうこんなに時間が経ったし、あの時は何もかもめちゃくちゃだったから、いざここに来てみたら、あっさり思い出しちゃったわ。もう少し先にある階段を上がったら、開けた場所があるんだけど、お父さんがそこに座ってると、私は背中めがけてかけていっては、
Okay.
物語をねだってた。
Zhao Guang, that's all nice and all, but what the hell is a goddamn code?
お父さんは言ってた。空の星の一つ一つは明かりの消えてしまったカンテラが姿を変えたもの。掘り出された光霊石はそんな星が夢を見て、大地お父さんはミアスマの中で亡くなった婚姻たちを忘れてしまうのが怖かったのね。今の私が彼の声を忘れてしまうのを恐れているように。
We know that my brother and Sarah went beyond this door, but I don't want to break it or anything around it, unless it's absolutely necessary.
先に他のところを見てきてくれる？もうちょっとここで粘ってたら。
When we regroup, if I still can't remember how to open it, then we can consider other ways to get through, okay? Respect Zhao Guang's wish to protect her childhood home.
わかった。でも、
I say we should just break it, but sure.
それと気をつけて。
Considering we're technically on, on the timer. Let's look around and investigate. I guess let's go down here.
みんなを見殺しにした怪物なら恨まれるのも無理。
Just still don't let death through. A place once filled with children's laughter and joy, now covered with thick layer of dust. Even after being abandoned for years and ravaged by the disaster, you can still clearly feel the dedication of its original designers. Every inch of this small area was carefully planned out, just to carve out a lively playground for the next generation amidst the hard mining district life. It suddenly resists being forgotten, announcing to the world that people once strived so hard to put down roots and live here, infusing joy and hope into their ordinary lives. Okay, so what is Dylan doing? Ooh!
この辺静かすぎてちょっと不安になるね。ダイアリー、そっちは何か見つけた？
Cute island arts.
静かですか。まあ確かにこういう誰もが苦労して生きてる場所だと静かっていうのは違う意味を持ちますもんね。誰もが喋る気力もないくらい飢えてるか、息を潜めて外の音に耳を澄ましてるか、どっちかです。フォローに飲み込まれてなかったらこんな廃墟みたいな場所でも物音くらいはしたはずですが。
I'm probably right. As long because technically a mining town doesn't dry up until, you know, all the mining's gone.
壁の中を走るネズミ、パイプから漏れた水滴、それと割れた窓から吹き込む風。
Dylan's calm expression shifts, replaced by a complex gaze, blending concentration with a strange sense of understanding. She hesitates for a moment, showing a hint of confusion.
ちょっとご意見を伺いたいんですけど、
Oh.
人が自分を殺した相手に感謝するってどんな状況だと思います？
Oh, I'm assuming it's because they didn't want to get corrupted, right? So they probably thanked Spanier for doing that.
自分を殺した相手に感謝？ずいぶんヘビーな話だね。急にどうしたの？また何か聞こえたりした？まあまあ、ちょっと考えてみてくださいよ。あ、うん。自分を殺した相手に感謝ね。それか、復讐の終わりとか？誰かを殺した罪を背負ったまま生きるっていうのは死ぬより辛い時があるかもしれないし。
The punishment of living.
もう一つ可能性があるとしたら、自分が死ぬことで大切な人が生き延びられるとか。自分が死ぬことで大切な人が生き延
Only
び
by
る。
dying yourself can the person you care about most keep living. The swing comes to a stop and Dylan seems lost in thoughts. What's wrong? I want to chat with you more. If you've got any questions, now's your chance to ask. About your abilities. You've noticed, didn't you? In the hollow, I could indeed hear voices left behind by the dying. This is my power and the tool to achieve my goals as Krampus judge, to uncover the truth. Judge? Looks like Senior Zhao hasn't properly introduced us yet. Since the famous Phaethion is considered an ally of Krampus, I guess there's no harm in telling you. Where the branches for judgment awaits, we are the core members of Krampus, with the talent and authority of auditing and judgment. Sounds pretty harsh. But don't think about some rigid uniform organization. We're way more interesting than that. In Krampus, as long as one etches their duty to the mission on their bones, every judge can wield their own unique gauge. The same mission can play out differently in the hands of different judges. The way it's interpreted and the standards of execution, the focus of evaluation, everything varies based on the gauge we hold in our hearts. Pretty cool, right? Way more fun than just following orders like a robot. And much more dangerous. Truth is my only gauge. In your opinion, which is more trustworthy? The words of someone standing alive before you who can talk endlessly, or the final confessions of those teetering at death's edge? Which is closer to the truth? Depends on the situation though, right? But for me, everything in my past has proven that the promises of the living are cheap, while the curses of the dead are all too real. Perhaps it could only be. It's only when we plummet completely into the nihility, when there's nothing left to grasp, that we truly share our masks, calculations, and the lies born from our survival instincts. She's spitting. I mean, she. I guess she has somewhat of a point, right? In that moment near death, what's revealed is often the most primal truth, that a person can no longer twist or sugarcoat for themselves. Those sounds, though faint, broken, and thick with the stench of bloody foam, they're like the clearest dewdrops of the spider's web, revealing carefully concealed patterns. Looking at it the other way, a cunning living person's every move, every word is like a carefully woven web, making it impossible to see clearly. So, proxy. Sometimes it's worth paying attention to the echoes from the past, and when the time comes to repay those debts and deceits, will you stand by my side? After all, I really don't want to be your enemy. It feels like there's more to this than you're letting on. Now's not the time to reveal everything, but what I can tell you, Proxy, is that I'm not your enemy. Before we piece together the truth ourselves, there's nothing wrong with indulging in a moment of peace. Alright, Q&A is over. Go check some other places. Okay. I guess if you don't talk to the island there, you wouldn't, let's say, get more details about how Krampus works. Nihility. I mean, yeah. She do say the nihility. The sunlit walls over there where Mum used to say was the part of the wall that warmed by the sun was the coziest heat in winter. One time I secretly buried my brother's clothes over there, hoping to warm them in the sun as a surprise for him. But I buried them so well that I couldn't even find them myself and ended up crying. Zhao Guang, you really were mischievous as a kid. Yeah, luckily Dad was there. He had a natural knack for finding things. He said the sunlight had hit the brick that when I hid the clothes, and it remembered the location for me. Unfortunately, the clothes were already ruined when we dug them up. Mom and Dad just laughed, and my brother didn't blame me either. There I was covered in dirt, bowling my eyes out like a little troublemaker I was. There used to be this big open space there. On hot days, the miners would set out long benches to sit together and chat until evening, and the adults would fan themselves and talk while the children ran around chasing the fireflies. Mom worried we'd run too far, so she taught me and my brother a simple little technique to make fireflies form a shot of light. It wasn't anything powerful, just a fun. It was like painting with lights. I can almost still hear it, the blind old lady upstairs calling her family to come for dinner, and the sound of the miners' lamp tapping on the steps as they returned from work. Such warm memories. Yeah, they fought so hard to protect this place, to make it warm and welcoming, even if it was all later consumed by the miasma. So, Banyo, what are you hiding? Huh? Oh, I guess let's talk with. Wait, hold on. I feel like let's talk with this one first, because I feel like this one will disappear. Yeshi Yuan. Why is there still no response? If it comes to that point, then I'll have no choice but to. Another illusion. Senior seems to be secretly waiting for something. So maybe he was trying to get in contact with Yishuan. Huh.
骨格のきしむ音が聞こえないか。その期待はとうに限界を超えている。
Long since overloaded.
草花の柔らかさすら感じられなかった存在が、春の日を守る愚者を演じる必要がどこにある。どうしてなおも壊れた器を引きずって進もうとする。より楽で幸福な選択肢があるというのに。食材の枷も
No more shackles.
というしがらみももはや存在しない。無栄を言い合ってしまうことこそ、犯したあまたの罪に対する最も完全な償いとなる。
No cinematics yet. Didn't we have one at the start? There wasn't one at the start when Dylan showed up.
お主か。
Daniel Shifu, what's wrong?
万学先生どうしたの？
So I guess it's like kind of like his inner self, huh?
今しがた我が輩も面用な声を耳にしたのだ。
It's the one Dylan mentioned before. A strange
これ
voice?
ってダイアリンも言ってたやつ？また聞こえたってことはよっぽどおかしなことが起きてるのかな。
この壁の向こうに尋常ならざる宮妻を知覚できる。その声は密かに忍び寄り心を惑わす。お主も用心することだ。不可思議なことはそれだけではない。かように宮妻の気配が強い場所になる。
Yes. I mean, I already said it right.
咲く場所に近づけば
The flowers are absorbing the miasma, which is then sending that miasma to somewhere else, right? You're right.
言われてみたら確かにそうかも。やっぱラマニアンの宮妻に起きてる引き潮はおかしいよ。宮妻がみんな
Yes.
白い花に導かれて同じ方向へ収束してるみたい。
Strange white flowers, weird voices. Something's definitely off in this hollow. Xiaoguang and I even saw visions near the door of Sara and Senior Ye heading deep inside. If our guess is right, the ray they're looking for should be right in the same direction. In that case, it's too dangerous to just rush in blindly. Let's wait for everyone to finish investigating and then regroup before deciding our next move. Okay. Return to the central area. And it's absorbing. What the hell is this? A flying one. Oh, I guess this is the sacrifice that Sarah was said that was protecting, right?
この尋常ならざる気配誠奇怪である。
この怪物なんだかダイアリンと万学先生を狙ってない？ゾワッとしますね。この見られてる感じ初めてな気がしませんけど。
Oh, we can go all into all here. This is stupid. Not that it did much damage, but still stupid.
すごい宮妻の気配。
荒々しき弱この正体まがまがしき気配むやみに受けず銃を持って制す。
そういうお説教は可愛いお弟子相手にどうぞ。
What? Wait, can Banyu like count himself? Ooh. Okay, how did that not break, by the way? What? I kind of like only comes without for no reason. No stun. I mean, the battle of this guy is like very tanky. Because this one seems to be taking a shit ton of damage. After the sacrifices are defeated, greatest goal. They even give you the most meta team. Okay. But that would only really work if I knew how to play Banyu properly. so cool truth.
お化けみたいにコソコソしてとっとと出てきたらどうですか。忘れるかつてその幻を追いかけたもの。それはどんな赤裸々な嘘にお前を絶望させる。
早く荷物をまとめるぞ。
Oh, when she's young. When she was younger.
こんなボロ屋敷なんか教えていられるか。
Oh, is she also here?
建設会社の人が言ったでしょ。凄腕の霊媒師を呼んでからくじを引けば解決するって。
Oh.
ほら、くじを引きに行くぞ。ファンさん、いつもあんたにくっついてるお荷物は
Fang.
ファンおばさん。
Oh.
どうしたんだい。こんなとこに隠れて。まだ何も食べてないでしょ。みんなもう行ったわ。あんたがお腹を満たしたら私たちも行きましょうね。
あの人たちが言ってるくじって何するの。
ああ、怖がらなくていいわ。
What?
私がついてるから。
Why do I feel like we shouldn't trust this Fang?
形だけのものさ。うちのダイアリンが心配することなんて何もない。
木なんだって。
Huh?
釈明の器として一人生贄を差し出せば他は安泰だって約束するさ。
A sacrifice.
どいつもこいつも我が身が可愛いだろうからくじ引きにしてやったんだ。よーし、公平公正。お天道様がちょうどいいのを選んでくれたわ。まあ、縁起の悪い子。
So she was sacrificed.
ファンおばさん、私は大丈夫だから。だから悲しい顔しないで。
I was gonna say, is that your poo-poo? Okay, no, it's not. I was gonna say, is that her? Okay, it's not. It's not. Because I was gonna say they are like making this very interesting in styling the replace you with in the meta.
願いですか。霊媒師さんがちゃんと私の死と引き換えに皆さんを幸せにしてくれたらいいな。
So these are all of the other people that were sacrificed. So I guess that's why I guess she got her, let's say, belief of only believing the dead, right?
絶対に青葉さんに伝えなきゃ。霊媒師と外から来た人たちはみんなを騙してるって。
Oh, and she's gonna find out that she was on it, was in it, right? Yeah. Yeah.
いえ、なんでもはめられたみたいです。ダイアリー、万学先生、大丈夫？
Did it? Because I guess she didn't get sucked in.
あのサクリファイスが消えた後、お二人とも石みたいに動かなくなったんだ。何と呼んでも反応がなかったから心配しました。
The voice is back?
あの声がまた聞こえたんだね。
さよ。
What did it say?
なんて言ってた？
人の心の隙につけ込み、力を捧げようと迫る面妖な言葉だ。
Giving away my power.
サクリファイスは言ってましたね。始まりの主の呼び声と。でもどうして私と万学先生にだけ聞こえるんでしょうね。
Now that is a curious thing. Why did it only talk at them?
皆さん、このエリアに入ってから何も聞こえてませんか？例えば、頭の中でもう一人の自分がわちゃわちゃ言ったりとか。もう一人の自分？特に何も聞こえなかったけど。ただ、さっきあなたたちが危ないことになってる時に、師匠自ら封印を手掛けて以降、こんなことは初めてだったから。なおさら興味深い状況になってきましたね。私たちはここへ
What
人
could
口と両
Yeshi?
100円さんの行方を探しに来たわけですが、
I mean, I can't see what exactly
このフォローに潜む何かに目をつけられてしまったようです。
Dialin and Banyue would have that would make them the targets. Unless, let's say, they are the quote-unquote strongest in this party, right? Maybe that's why?
その何かと私たちが目指すものにどんな関係があるかは知りませんが、こんな風に人様をたぶらかすようなのが慈悲深き神様なんかじゃないことは確かです。得体の知れない何かの力、それも万学先生くらい強い人でも影響を受けちゃうほどの。
Or is it because they went after, specifically after Banyu and Dailing, is because they have traumatic pasts, right? That could be a reason. Because they have like traumatic pasts, so that's probably makes them easier prey in comparison to, let's say, someone like Yeshen Guang, since she never really, you know, she doesn't really have a lot of memories from when, you know, the miasma increase in the mining area. And I guess for Belle, it's not like she saw her teacher, you know, die or anything, right? But I guess she did experience the fall of the old capital. Hold up. Someone's showing Bunny Shifu. I really want to keep following my brother's trail, but
今までどうにかお忍びってことでやってきたけど、もうそんなこと言ってる場合じゃないみたいね。師匠たちはラマニアンフォローに詳しいし、同門や年長者の中にも誰かしら事情を知ってる人がいるかもしれないから。
Jaguang's right.
俊子、その判断は正しいと思うよ。壁の向こうは宮妻がまだあんなに濃いんだし、変な声がいつまた聞こえてくるかわからないもん。同感ですね。どこの誰とも知らないやつに頭の中まで入ってこられて。万学先生、いいよね。
Banyu seat takes one last look at the sealed gate and nods. After returning to the Suiban Temple, Xiaoguang tells the mystics what's going on.
そうか。君があの若くして生命権を継いだという楊春光さんだったとは。雲岳さんの若き弟子たちの中でも一番の秀才とされ、いずれはうつろ狩りにもなりうる器だともっぱらの評判だ。
I'm guessing that's because you know, the situation's become too big, right? So we can't really, let's say, we shouldn't hide the things. That's why she's actually doing this. The one who intends to win, the youngest one is telling someone else. You might even the most likely to become a void hunter. I mean, she does become a void hunter, right? Because she is a void hunter, right? Well, Yishuan, who isn't a void hunter, Yishuan isn't the Void Hunter, but she is at the Void Hunter level, right? Like, was it? I think it was like a few days or like a few weeks ago, right? Where the freaking dumbasses of some people couldn't understand, or for some reason they were arguing that Yishuan can't be a Void Hunter, right? Because Yishuan is the Void Hunter. But for some reason they couldn't comprehend that Yishuan was never a Void Hunter, right? That is always from the start. They literally stated that Yishuan is at a Void Hunter level, but she's not a Void Hunter. That she refuses to accept that position. Hence, she's not a Void Hunter, but she is at the level of a Void Hunter. But for some people, for some reason, people couldn't not understand that, right? And thought that Yishuan was a Void Hunter. When I don't understand how people like got into the stupid arguments a week ago or something, right? Or a few weeks ago. Hey. Did you read that Twitter between your odds? Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of annoying thing, right? Because I do, let's say, have some like a bit of like some of the odds are from, let's say, like gacha games, right? And because of that, sometimes the stupid stuff, you know, ends up being in between my art, in between the arts. And I read it and then I'm like, God, you guys have like way too much time. Go play the game or something. Stop arguing over something so stupid. It's even okay for me. Like, you know what? Sure, that's like fine, whatever. Right? People can't read, but then there's like, well, okay, it is because it'll say I am biased towards Impact Third, but when there's like discussion over Impact Third, then it's like, shut your goddamn mouth, motherfucker! You literally said, okay, I'm doing the tier list, but the last time I played Impact Third was in 2019, but I'm still including my opinion of Impact Third. That is of what I thought of Impact at that time, when it's obviously it's not the same as it is now. It's like, oh my god. Sometimes I don't know. It's some people should not be allowed to have social media. That's what I feel sometimes when I watch my streamer play certain games. What do you mean? No. All my points, I at least give some sort of, let's say, evidence to that, right? I don't just say random shit and then, you know, when we're not, like, say, at least giving some backup to the points, right? So like, at least form some form of argument. But, you know, a lot of people who spend so much time in Twitter just, you know, speak out of their ass. Shit posting equals evidence. How is it shit posting? No. Hold on. Whenever I know you're talking about, you know, how my comments on Wu are, but my comments come from, you know, that I actually, you know, have played those characters, so I more or less already know how they feel. So I don't feel like it is shit posting. Copium. Oh, okay, yeah, copium. Yeah. Of course, it's copium. For what? Do you want me for when the next time I argue about Wu or like, let's say, criticize Wu, do you want me to make a whole scientific paper about it? Well, I'll give you a hypothesis about it, give you a scientific method of how I'm going to prove that my point is correct, and do a whole write-up to show that the evidence I'm providing for it is actually there, and that my point is not, you know, bullshit. Yes, fuck you. Do you know how long that would take? If I was gonna do that, I would just make a fucking ChatGPT prompt for that. You can't, because there's nothing to hate. Oh, wait. ChatGPT. In your opinion, what are the negative points of not negative points, the weakest points, the weaknesses Let's ask Nate. Let me put this prompt on ChatGPT and then we'll read it after we finish this section. Since we are not getting, I mean, we are gonna get through bits. And oh, you an apology. Post that on your Twitter. Post that on my Twitter and then get fucking message by fucking Kubots. I am good. Apologize with Xiaoguang.
私からもごめんなさい。みんなにはもっと釈園さんの行方がはっきりしてから打ち明けるつもりだったんだけど。
I didn't have like fucking randoms in Twitter just call me a Hoyo show for posting that. I am good, man. I'd rather see my art than see fucking dumbasses just bring up asinine arguments. Miasma fluctuations.
今回調べてみて、事態がどれだけ深刻か痛感したわ。英比地区の安全にも関わることだし、これ以上隠しておくわけにはいかないって。
Yeah, like things are way too serious not to hide. Please trust me, but please trust me. Though I don't have the evidence to prove it, my brother must have a reason for covering his tracks and for being seen alongside Sarah. I know he wouldn't betray us.
私はお兄ちゃんと一緒にここまで来た。誰よりもあの人のことをよく知ってる。素直で仲間思いで、私利私欲のために人を傷つけたり、道を外れるような人じゃないって。大丈夫よ、こうちゃん。じゃなくて、俊子さん。兄弟子の人となりはここの誰もが知ってるもの。師匠にはもう連絡してあるわ。今は別のお勤めで手が離せないそうだけれど、そっちが済み次第すぐ駆けつけてくれるって。
So okay, so Yishuan knows.
師匠の指示を仰ぎましょう。ありがとう。信じてくれて。でもあんまり気は使わないでいいから、普通にこうちゃんって呼んでくれたら嬉しいかな。
もちろん全力を尽くそう。ただこうちゃん、その君はしばらく適当感で休んだ。
That uncomfortable, huh?
休むって。
Oh, I'm guessing that's what Yishuan told him, right?
実は
Yeah.
師匠からの返事で、あなたをしばらく調査に参加させないよう念をされてしまって。でもごめんなさい。でも明日からちゃんと私たち適当館の人員で調査を始めるわ。
With that, Qiyuan leaves together with the other disciples. Xiaoguang is left standing there, hands clasped tightly together, her expression clouded with helplessness.
いつもこうなっちゃう。
Yishuan Shifu was worried. Worried about my safety, I understand. I've always understood. Shifu cares for me deeply. Even with Shifu's personality crafted its seals on the sword case, she's constantly worried. Worried that the power of the Qingming sword might spiral out of control. Worried that I might end up like her sister, High Preceptor Yi Jiang. But having to stay behind everyone, being kept safe, watching everyone else face danger, while I can only wait, is just... What's with that gloomy look on your face? You hardly seem like the Ye Shengguang I know. Being able to face any situation with composure, isn't that the kind of person you are? Xiaoguang, you're too tense. After everything that happened today, what you need most right now is to get some proper rest and recharge. How about we rest now and get ready to receive tomorrow's news in tip-top shape? Sorry, of course, troubled everyone. Let's get some rest today. And second part done. Chat more with Zhao Guang. Hold up. We can chat with her. Okay, hold up. Before we chat with her... Okay, how far in are we, by the way? Bruh. And we are gonna go in for like a bit more. Don't worry. Probably like... into like around 11 or so, right? But hold up. What the fuck did this prompt say? Okay, so there's... According to ChatGPT, these are the weaknesses to this. Two Wuthering Waves. He's full of shit. What? ChatGPT? Maybe. Could be. So the weaknesses are framed as balanced critiques rather than just dismissal. Obviously never plays. Story pacing clarity. Many players felt that the early narrative moves too quickly, giving too little to explain. That's not wrong. I've said this. Like, this is specifically talking about acts 1 to 6 of the Huanglong storyline, right? Like, world building concepts are introduced rapidly without enough context, making opening hours confusing. Yep, because literally things are just shoved into you, and that's why I think it's only Act 4. Act 4 is when, you know, when you're working with what's his name again? Oh my god, no, hold on, I'm thinking of ZZZ names. When you're with Auto and what's her name again? Auto and oh my god, what is her name? The redhead girl with the 2 plushies. What's her name again? When you're with Auto and it's not Booling. Oh my god, I can't remember her name. Uncle. Is it Uncle? Yeah. When you're with Auto and Uncle, when you go to that facility and you learn more about things, about the world building. That I actually did like, because I, you know, went into more depth and actually explained things. That's why I actually did like Act 4. But then I was disappointed about Act 5 and 6, because it was all flat, no substance. I mean, yeah, it did look cool, right? When, you know, when we got Havoc Rover. But when you actually think about it, it's like, oh. It kind of made me feel like solo leveling, right? Like I was looking at solo leveling, because boy, that thing is just hype and aura moments. Just you. No. Emotional be sometimes on land because relationships haven't been had time. I would say that, right? Because I feel like the one that's the worst with this is who's the one that's worst with this? Oh my god, it was literally in the top of my head. I would say a bit like Frolova, right? Because you're meant to feel really bad for the Frolova. But it's kind of all rushed, right? Like the whole Frolova stuff is like extremely rushed and you're meant to feel bad for her. And yeah, you can kind of do. But then like, I don't know. Like when everyone like, when the whole thing about the freaking Frolova stuff was like, people were saying, oh my god, it's so good. It's like, it was okay. Because I remember like doing it, right? I did enjoy it, like the Frolova sections. But it was like, you're meant to feel sad for her because, you know, of the Rover encounter. But it was just like a brief encounter. It's like, what? You can't really feel that. We cried. No. Dialogue localization. Certain line comes out natural or awkward depending on language. Yeah, true. Depending on language settings. Just don't play in English, forehead. Some choices, localization, it's like dialogue characterization or tone. Maybe. This one I'm not too sure about, but wouldn't be too surprised. Repetition in open world content. Side quests and exploration activities can feel formulaic, collectibles, fetch quests, repeated puzzles. Okay, but this is just any open world, so that's kind of whatever. That can apply to any open world, right? So it's kind of Can we go back to ZZ? No. Yeah. For me, like, the main issue for me is like the story for WoW. Everything else for WoW is like fine. Obviously, you know, maybe some optimizations can be better, like to run better, specifically in like mobile, but it's fine. I'll ask him on HI thirds. You know what? Sure. What about Honkai Impact thirds? You know what? Sure. I'm not like against it. Sure, the other critics. Gacha and pay-to-win mechanic. Okay, but this is a gacha game. The game relatively relies on okay, sure. With dedicated free-to-play players, often view outpaced by those. As someone who, as a user who puts it the high element, you simply can't get enough crystals. That's a lie. That's not really true. Especially with part 2. If this was part 1, I would say sure. But with part 2, it's not that bad. Part 2 is actually more forgiving in comparison to part 1. Hold on, what is this? 6 years ago! Why are you using something from 6 years ago as something for relevance? Shut the fuck up. Literally 6 years ago. If it was like, you know, recently, then sure-ish. No. Grinding and endgame repetitive content. I mean, sure, Abyss, right? Because we do Abyss like twice a week. Because it's just 2 times Abyss per week, MA, and Elysium, right? So 4 things. How much elves have you made since love? How many crystals have I made since Love Elf? I'm on 11k, and that's not including the crystals that I used for Kiana, right? So if I did the Kiana stuff, if I didn't pull for the Kiana stuff, I'd probably be around 20k, right? Because if you're free to play, you're not going to pull on outfits. Like, you're never going to pull on outfits if you're free to play. Or go for like a double, or go for, let's say, like dupes for astral ops, right? You probably just get the astral op and never get like a dupe. I've made like 5k. Really? I was like dirt poor and I've made around like 11k. And it's not like Welcome gives you too much, right? Because technically per week, from Impact Third per week, you make around 1k from Abyss. From Abyss alone you make 1k. From Elysium Realm you get 500. And then from MA plus you know, weekly stuff, daily stuff, you should more or less make like 1.8k per week from Impact Thirds. And that's not including if you, let's say, get lucky from doing open world stuff, doing the open world stuff, and you get extra crystals from there. Your base is like 300. Yeah. I think that's why also you might want to do, you know, the breakthrough. Because for me, in Red Lotus, you get 500 per week, 500 per abyss. If you're in agony, so not Red Lotus, you still make like 450 or something, right? Per abyss, so around 900. So yeah, I think breakthrough is worth it, even if, let's say, you would suffer 4 bits at the start. Because yeah, for me, I'd get 400 from, you know, sustaining Red Lotus and plus 100 for doing the 4 stages, right? It doesn't really matter if you're Nirvana, right? Because if you sustain Nirvana or get to Nirvana, you only get like 20 extra crystals. That's why I don't like. So for some people, they don't really care about Nirvana, right? Because you don't really get that much more for being in Nirvana. After the story, many game modes appear in memorial arena events require heavy repetition and builds optimized to progress. This can feel tedious and more like a chore than fun plays for done. Abyss, okay, sure, Abyss, sure. MA is very quick, right? You just do a very quick run for MA. Especially since you only do, what, you only have to do 3 fights if you have the, since we have LTE, right? So you only ever do the actual last stage for MA. Abyss, yeah, sure. Like, Abyss can take some time, especially if it's in the week where, you know, you don't have, you know, the units for. Events vary. Like, they're like really good events, right, where it can be very snappy, very quick, right? But then there can be events like the previous version event, right, where you had to get the materials to actually progress when you were material gated, right, rather than, you know, time gated. Like, whenever it's a material gated event, then sure. But if it's just like a time gated or something like that, it's not that bad, right? Because you can do it in one go if you really want. So I would say events, not really. I wouldn't really agree with the events. MA, yeah, not really either. Abyss, yeah. Abyss, I can agree, right? And I guess you can also say maybe Elysium Realm 2. But Elysium Realm really takes like 5 minutes. So that's not really 5 minutes per week. So it's like, it doesn't really take too much time. For some players, the upgrade system, gears, stigmata, memory sets. Memory sets? What the hell are you talking about, memory sets? This is not... this is not a CZN. There's no memory sets. are overly complex and demanding, especially if you want to no, it's not. Just wear this, just get the characteristic stigmata and gear and weapon, and you're done. I mean, yes, you can, you know, if you don't have it, you can, you know, mix and match with other pieces. But for, you know, for competitive performance, you just get this. What? It's not even. I don't know. I don't know about this. Upgrading the system, upgrading them. Maybe it can, because it can use like various different materials, right? Because, you know, before you pre-arm, you just use the Honkai cubes, right, or Honkai shards, plus, you know, the normal upgrading. But after you pre-arm, then you have to worry about Taurus and SQ metal. So kind of, but I wouldn't really agree too much, right? It's not that complex. Grokipedia. Grokipedia. I wonder what this Grokipedia is based on. Where is it? What is it? Grokipedia. Power creep and meta pressure. Over the time, new top tier characters equipment are added, often making other ones feel obsolete. Constant escalation puts pressures on players to keep upgrading. Like I said, this is something more of a part 1 issue that was more prevalent in part 1. In part 2, it's actually not that bad, right? You don't always have to have the latest character to, let's say, like sustain Red Lotus, right? Because even if you just say you don't have the latest character, if you still have characters which can play on that weather, you just play optimally and you can sustain it, right? It's just that with optimal characters, if you have the optimal, or, you know, the newest character for that weather, it's just easier to sustain it, right? Dynamic optimal plugin, it's only if you're trying to go into Nirvana and sustain Nirvana, then sure, you can, you know, argue this. But usually for like Red Lotus, not really. Accessibility for new players and casuals, steep learning curve, many systems. Yeah, I would say like Impact 3rd, when you start, like it does have like a lot of menus, right, that you have to get accustomed to. So sure. So like resource management at the start, sure. New casual feel overwhelmed and able to keep up. Oh no, I can see that. From new players, like one of the common things is that, you know, there's like so many things, right? Sure. Also, some players find menu and upgrade systems excessively convoluted, which can be discouraging. Menu? I can see it. Upgrading system for me is like very straightforward. So I don't know. Like I feel like the upgrading system in Impact 3rd, sure, like you see like you know, there's like a lot of different materials, but the system itself, I feel it's very straightforward now. Technical device and related issues. Gameplay with high fidelity, static animation upgrades of devices low storage hardware performance are not set for many users. I mean, that's I don't know about this, because isn't the game on phone like, okay, what? No, I've got the game on my phone. Let me check. How big is this size of the game on my phone? Hold up. Where is it? Apps. Honkai Impact. Because I'm pretty sure I'm like latest update too. It's 26 gigs on my phone, and that's like with having all resources. So probably be like 23 gigs, which I feel is not that bad, right? Considering most phones now are at least 120 gigs, right? And like if you're having issues with, let's say, performance, you just turn on the graphics now. Narrative and visual inconsistency for some players. While so many praise the story and character arcs, others find certain early game chapters of story segments awkward or poorly paced. I mean, that is mainly to do with between chapter 1 and chapter 6, right? Also, there's been complaints about character designs being and art quality either being too sexualized or feeling inconsistent over time. The sexualized were like very early, like Sigmata arts, and maybe like very early, like character designs. I wouldn't really say it's a thing that's that that's very prominent nowadays. But not mandatory engagement for events because there's a lot of event quests. Something about okay, Sam. Okay, sorry. You've seen chat. You've seen my stamina in Impact Third. Most of the time it is full. So I don't know about this. Resource management system. Some players describe experience as exhausting and running a second job. Bro, what do you mean? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Sure, I don't know about running a second job. Okay, I don't know. I don't know about that. Players who feel the most. Players who don't want to spend money. Casual players or newcomers who don't want to have time to invest or grind. Okay, but you're gonna. But this is something you have to understand. You're gonna start a game that's 5 years at least already, right? The only time you're never gonna feel this is when you start the game when it just launches. Players using lower-end hardware and devices may struggle with the large game assets. Okay, but then you just... It's not even frequent. Oh, whatever, you know? People prefer more relaxed pace rather than chase the meta. Chase a new release lifestyle. Okay, but you don't have to, but yeah, sure. You're not sure. Oh my god. Yeah. I feel like some of the complaints, sure, I can understand, right? But like other complaints is like, yeah, no, that's. I feel like that's okay. It might sound like, you know, I'm being an ass here, but it kind of like then sounds more like a skill issue rather than anything, right? That's what it kind of sounds like. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay, I was not meaning to say that for too long. Yesheng Wong. Haven't gone to bed yet? I wanted to come see you again. It's alright, I was just feeling a bit down, but after everyone's comforting words, I'm feeling much better now. At least these two illusions gave us a clearer picture. You must be exhausted from running around with me these past couple of days. Go get some rest. Oh. Okay, that was very short. He's reading essaying Stunlock. No. Every essay. No. Wait, hold up. What time? Oh my god, it's gonna be 11. Okay, maybe we spent too much time on that part. On the ChatGPT session. Maybe we did spend a bit too much time, because I swear we had like 30 minutes before. I swear like 30 minutes or something. Okay. I mean, I did say we're probably going to go up to 11, and it is going to be 11. Gotta sleep a bit. Okay, I'm not going to sleepy bit. Stream will most likely be around 6:30ish tomorrow, maybe even 6, so I can make the time. But yeah, we'll end here today. I think we're technically halfway through, right? So tomorrow we should be able to finish 3.4. 1ish, hell no. I'm not streaming at 1. I'm not even gonna be at home at 1. But yeah, tomorrow we'll probably be able to finish 3.4. 2.4, sorry. So yeah, I mean, the story is like getting like interesting, right? So I'm not like having an issue with that, because things do seem to be happening. So yeah, I don't feel like there's too much of an issue with pacing, right? Because it feels like everything that's, you know, being shown and coming up is pretty relevant, right? So yeah, I guess the only thing we don't really know is why Yishuan, you know, went to the city and away from Yankui Summit. Oh, sorry, Suiban Temple. But you know, we'll see. But yeah. So that'll be it for today in chat. So hopefully you guys enjoyed yourselves. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time, chat. Bye bye, chat. Take care. Ay.